What's up, party people? I am so excited. It's Sunday. That I'm not excited about. That is not the vibe. Who the heck wants it to be Sunday, wants to be Saturday again? So, hey, Erica. Welcomed back, YouTube or TikTok or YouTube, wherever you're hailing from. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I don't just teach the law of assumption. I teach how to leverage the law to make it work in your favor so that you can get anything and everything that you desire, mainly SPs, because I'm good at it. I went from no contact to fully with my SP to fully living with me in a matter of 4 fucking weeks. Hey, unapologetically me. Hey, AI world. So I'm here to help you do the same. So hey, Eleanor. So if you are interested in one-on-one coaching with me so that we can get your shit right and tight and we can find out exactly where you're going wrong in your manifestations so that you can get back on track and get your SP today, all links are in the bio. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't trip. I got your back. You can literally watch them on my YouTube channel. In fact, I encourage you to watch them on my YouTube channel so you can help me get my watch hours up. Just mute the volume. I don't give a fuck. Always appreciate the support. I also do offer text coaching, support coaching. Literally, I'm telling you, we are on fire. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Erica. Thanks, girl. But I will tell you, I actually am not minding the hair dye because I ordered the wrong color. So there's that part. Okay. So because I could not find the color. Well, I didn't have it. I couldn't find it in my pictures, but it's not too shabby, right? It's just a little bit darker on the top, but I feel like it just doesn't look ghosty white. So we're going to roll with this. I took it out. I was like, oh. And I sent my boyfriend a message and I was like, so he's like, uh-oh, what am I going to come home to? So I sent him a picture. He goes, oh, it looks good. And then he sends me a picture of his hair, but he's on the fucking toilet. So I'm telling you guys, we're good at this. There has been so much movement in the WhatsApp community. Oh, I have a free WhatsApp community too. If you're interested in joining that, it is free at the current moment until, I get around to fix that shit. But guess who asked me today to work in my business with me? My boyfriend. Of course, why wouldn't he? We're getting married. Duh. Duh. So I was like, because I was telling him there's one admin that I want to bring on to my business. Hey, Glitter Sparkles. And so because of that, I was like, he's like, well, why don't you hire me too? I was like, that's a good idea. We can make this a family business. And then I'm going to bring on one of my admins to work with me too. Cool. Unapologetically. I want to hear it. And on top of that, oh, she's in here, right? She's in here. Tabitha, are you here? I got your message, sis. Okay. So I'm going to reach out to you. We'll get on the phone today. Okay. I coach my admins for free because they dedicate a lot of time to my community. So why not? I need everybody to get their SPs, and which I will tell you, a couple of them spent last night with them. So hello. Oh, bonjour. Hey, Chels. Hey, Sarah Elizabeth. I am going to be responding to hey, Mina. I'm going to be responding to a whole lot of text messages today. I think I've been doing pretty well. I think I've been doing a lot better. Okay. But my boyfriend's going to have lunch with his family, his parents today. Oh, I'm excited to talk to you, Tracy. Okay. Where, he's going to have lunch with his family today, but I do not speak French. I wish. I could assume this. I could assume that I speak fluent French, though. Penelope, if you didn't get a response, bitch, shoot the shit right back to the top. Go ahead, do it right now. Go ahead, do it right now. Why are you giving up on your manifestation, Annalisa? Huh? Yeah. Yes, Cece. I am telling you that she literally, hey, Diamond, it was fantastic. So I have one member who literally, I told her, I said, well played, bitch, well played. Leverage the family. She was the life of the party. She wasn't there in person, but she was very much there. Don't worry about it, Tracy. You're in control. Okay. You're in control. So based on what you texted him, if you didn't get a response back, you should, if you're texting your SPs, you should know if they're going to text you back. Okay. You should know, are they going to text me back, and what are they, and how are they going to respond? If you don't know that, stop fucking texting your SPs. Okay. Like, stop that, because it's just going to trigger you. It's just going to trigger you and get you all in your thoughts. But you have to remember that only you can assign positive meaning to everything. You should be assigning positive meaning to everything they do and don't do, because you're creating all of that. You're creating everything. Okay. You cannot justify her behavior. You cannot justify their behavior. You know, Tracy, who the fuck would block you? I'm a Californian girl. Who the fuck would block you, Tracy? Have you seen yourself? Look in the mirror. She's not blocking you. She's just trying to figure. She's going to message you back any minute now. She's literally going to message you back any minute now. Yes, you can, Diamond. Next time. You can revise a job offer 1,000%. What was the leave? I need a little bit more context. Hey, Tracy, you are beautiful. So own that shit. Okay. You can revise a job offer. I would need a little bit more context to tell you what you would say to, hey, Miss Georgia, to revise the job offer. Like, what was it? Do you want to make more money? Is that what it is? If that's the case, then yeah, you could tell yourself like, no. They actually just increased my salary. Okay. That's right, James. You do not cave to anyone, dude. You do not cave to anyone. Last text he sent was 4 days ago. Kind of struggling a little, but I'm still telling him he's contacted. Yeah, so here's the thing. There's only one reason why they don't, hey, Josie, there's only one reason why they don't contact you. It is the famous pool doodles. There's only one reason they're not contacting you, and that is because you are not persisting in perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend. You're not persisting in that version of them. You guys keep going back and forth on perfect boyfriend or asshole version. Okay, perfect boyfriend or asshole version. That's what you're persisting in. You have to understand, you're constantly selecting a version of your SP. Which fucking version do you want to select? Because it's easy to select one and then not select the other. You can't do that. Well, Annalisa, you can give up on your manifestation, right? There's not a big deal. If you don't want your SP back, that's fine. If it's making you like triggered and you just can't deal with it right now, that's totally fine too. It doesn't matter. But here's the thing. You have to still evolve as a person, okay? Because if it's not this SP, it's going to be another one, okay? It's going to be another one. So if you're not evolving as a person, you're just going to create the same nonsense that you have right now in your next relationship, right? So that's why it's important for you to do this for yourself now, for you to learn to discipline your mind, discipline your thoughts, and to select perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. Well, look at that. Selena, here's the deal. Why don't you start telling yourself right now that you speak fluent English? Tell yourself that. I speak fluent English. Like, English is my second language. It's my first language. No, because then you won't be able to speak your language. Just tell yourself, I speak perfect English. I literally speak perfect English. It just comes naturally. You will notice that you will all of a sudden start speaking perfect English. It's wild. It's wild. I should start saying I speak perfect Spanish, but I enjoy when my boyfriend speaks for me in Spanish. I think it's hot, sexy. I had an interview. They said they would get back to me, but I got a rejection email today. Oh, okay, Diamond. So turn that around. Say they made a mistake. You have two different choices. You can tell yourself they made a mistake. Actually, they just gave me the job. They just literally sent me the job offer and the job is mine. Like, you can literally immerse yourself in that experience and say, yeah, and you can even imagine yourself having a phone conversation with like your bestie or your mom or something, like, I totally just got the job. They just sent me the acceptance letter right now. Right. So you can tell yourself that, or you can revise the letter. So you can take the letter. So this is what I would do. If I was going to revise, this is the easiest way for me to revise. I'm not a visualizer. So instead, I would take that rejection email and have ChatGPT write you an acceptance offer and then read that shit instead. But you cannot identify with the rejection letter, because the more you identify with the rejection letter, it holds it right there. They're not going to give you the job unless you will persist in new story of, yeah, I just got the perfect job. I literally just got the perfect job. They just sent me the job offer right now. Just tell yourself that. And just assume that you got the perfect job. Like, just be like, yeah, no, it's mine. That job is mine. They will very well reverse their decision. Okay. People change minds all day long. You should not, Diamond, accept anything in your reality that you don't like. Okay. No more. Like, no one rejects me. Who the fuck rejects you, bitch? No one. That's what you need to tell yourself. Like, no, I get approved for everything. I literally get accepted for every job I apply for. And in fact, I just got the perfect job. They just sent me the acceptance letter. Tell yourself that. Okay. Melissa, how to not care about circumstances. Like, I just dealt with somebody like this. Okay. A couple people. Like, it's not that you don't care about certain circumstances, right? Because if there's a circumstance, it's a little hard to not care about it. Well, to not breathe life. We just can't breathe life into that. So instead, if you view that as a circumstance, it literally is holding it in your reality versus switching it to the opposite. Okay. So like, if you want, leave a comment, tell me what your circumstances are, and I'll help you flip them. Okay. We can't see a circumstance as being in the way of you and airspeed, because the only reason you're viewing that as a circumstance is because you're focusing on the how on earth can this happen for me? So instead, we have to flip that thought and be like, no, circumstances don't matter. You don't have to worry about the how. All you have to do is persist in perfect boyfriend for you and what it is that you want out of the situation. That's all you have to persist in. Like, literally, that's all you have to persist in. Okay. So if you'll persist in that and not worry about the circumstances, because circumstances literally don't matter. I had all the circumstances. I had all the fucking circumstances that you can think of. But it didn't matter, because as long as I stayed focused on my manifestation, what it is that I wanted, the circumstances went away. They figured it themselves out. That's the best part. You ain't got to worry about that shit. So don't worry about it. But you can't breathe life into it. Okay. You cannot justify. Okay. So this is like, I just had a conversation, right before my live, right? You can't breathe life into something that you don't want, right? So it's like, you can't justify their behavior based on whatever they're saying or whatever the circumstance is, because circumstances are only created because you created the circumstance. Okay. So like, typically this will happen where they'll say something one time, like, let's say they cancel plans, right? And they're like, oh, I'm spending this weekend with my kids. So like, kind of busy. Maybe he had plans with his kids, right? So all of a sudden you're like, oh, so I don't get to, whenever he's with his kids, like, I can't spend time with him. He's not going to make time with me when he's with his kids. Well, now the next time he's busy, he's going to be like, oh, I have something to do with my kids. And then it's a cycle that repeats because now that's reaffirming to you, even though you created it, it's reaffirming to you, like, see, he doesn't have time for the kids. He doesn't have time for the kids. Okay. And so that's what's going on there. So because of that, it's holding it in place. But if you would stop acknowledging that shit and stop justifying their behavior, they would stop using that as an excuse. We have story with right. Gray Heart, we'll call you. No, you don't need revision. Okay. Like, you can revise. It's not my shit. And there's different ways you can revise, okay? There's different ways you can revise. So a lot of people teach visualization. I'm not a visualizer. So for me, revision didn't work that way. But you can revise through affirmations, okay? You can easily revise through affirmations. So you can literally tell yourself something like, like, he's over that shit. Like, we've always been together, right? We've always been together implies that you never broke up, okay? I'm the only one he's ever loved implies that he's never loved anyone but you. Okay. We've always had the best relationship implies he's never been in another relationship. So you can revise through affirmations by using the term always. Okay. Like, we've always been together. Like, we've always had the perfect relationship. Then that's revising the past for you, because how could you have a shit relationship if you've always had the perfect one? Right. But for me, I feel like that's too much shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's too much shit, and who gives a shit about the past? Like, who cares? There's only the point of now anyway. So why spend all this time revising the old story when you could just focus on the new shit? You know what I mean? And on top of that, it's like, I would rather focus on creating the perfect boyfriend for me, persisting in that, and then affirming for what the fuck I want instead of going back and revising the past, because I don't really give a shit. Like, let's just move forward. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. I wouldn't like stress the shit at all. I am James. I speak perfect profanity. Me too. I got that shit on lock. But I'm telling you, you guys can get them to turn around like night and day. It doesn't take long. If you just persist, the turnaround happens really, really fast. Like, okay, so you all know that there was like some stupid incident that happened in my life on Monday, right? So I was like, oh no, let's get a grip on this shit. So I changed that and persisted, and we're great. Like, we're perfect. He like tells me everything he's doing. He's like nothing but loving and affectionate with me. All of this stuff. Like, now wants to join my business and, help me out and like do all these things, because I'm the boss. You have to remain in control. Okay. I don't know if he knows that I can see my, text messages when they come across, but you saw yesterday, he came literally out of his way to let me know he was leaving. Then he called me when he got there. Then he texted me when he got there. Then I called him when I was done with my live. We were on for 6 hours yesterday. Can you believe that? I went to go download the video. I'm like, damn, 6 hours. Shit. But then, he went to, then he called me while he was at his cousin's house. Then he called me when he went to the liquor store from his cousin's house. Then he came home and we had a great night. Then today I was on the phone with Mystical Willow, and I had to tell her to hold on for a second because what was he doing? Giving me all kinds of kisses. Right? Because he knew I was going to leave. And then now he's like going with his family. He's going to have lunch with his family. I have no doubt that I'll see him before he leaves, but then that's what he does. And he's like, I'll be home by 7. Let's go have dinner. Okay, great. I don't know why you're going to have dinner when you just had fucking lunch. But it doesn't matter. Circumstances don't matter. So it doesn't matter. I do. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got the sarcasm game nailed. Oh yeah, kitty cat. Yeah, if I don't respond literally same day, shoot that shit to the top, okay? I'm impatient. You guys know this about me, and I give you full permission if you're my client or with me. I give you full permission to get impatient with me because sometimes shit gets buried, or I'll respond to somebody and they'll respond back. And then now I'm in this whole ass conversation with one ass person, right? Versus like moving through the loop and then looping back around. So let's change that. Okay. Let's change that. Get impatient with me. You're totally fine. Just don't, well, that's a lie. That's a lie. I was going to beg, just don't call me bitch, but we all know that that's a term of endearment around here. So I don't care. Absolutely. See, look at your hiring manager, Doodles. Give her a job. What the fuck's wrong with you? None of you should be settling for shit that you don't want. For example, I want a separate house and not live with my parents, but I don't have money or work. Who gives a shit, Melissa? Who cares? Okay, so these are the circumstances you're talking about. Okay, it doesn't matter. So all you have to do is focus, because what you have to remember that the how's not your problem. So whatever has to happen for you to get your manifestation will happen, right? So you can literally start affirming that like you love living on your own. Like I found, like, let's say you want an apartment to start, right? It's like, I just found I'm moving into my own apartment. I'm literally moving into my own house. Whatever it is you want. You want a house? Totally fine. I'm literally moving into my new house right now. It's getting ready right now as we speak. I'm so excited. I just got my new house. You can affirm that. And you can also affirm for money. You don't have to worry about circumstances saying like, I don't have money or work. Because as long as you are in control of that, then you're trying to control the how and you won't get the house. Versus saying something like, I have plenty of money in the bank. Like I literally have plenty of money in the bank. I have whatever you want. I got $100,000 in the bank right now. I literally am fucking rich. I'm rich as fuck. I have $100,000 in the bank right now. I always have plenty of money. Like By affirming that, whatever has to happen for that to become true will happen. As insane as it sounds, You know, I had a business client that I told to do this, and she's like, "You're not going to believe this." She goes, "I literally just got a check for 20 grand from an insurance company that she had a momentary thought that they may owe her money." And sure enough, a check was in the mail from that same insurance company that she wasn't even with for over a decade. They owed her money. Who gives a shit? Okay, or you want a modeling job? Yeah, I'm the most sought after model right now. Like, I am the most famous supermodel, literally. Like, everybody's offering me modeling gigs. Like, I am booked and busy in the modeling gig space. Like, you have to see yourself as that now, okay? You can't want to be a model because you're never going to be one. You need to assume that you are one now. Okay? Like, you're hot, obviously, you're hot as fuck. Okay, so you need to embellish that, and you need to saturate your mind with nothing but, like, I'm the most famous model in the fucking world. I would say Tyra Banks, but I think she's like old news. I'm not in the modeling world. But you can literally, you have to identify yourself as being a model now, as being a famous model now, as wealthy model, successful model. You have to see that now for yourself, because if you see that now, then it will show up. Hey, Kimmy Fines. Okay. But it will only show up if you see that now. Same with the football player SP. Girl, you can have your whole cake and eat it too. Okay. So, but you can't see him as better than you. You can't see him as this, girl, you want to be a model or a famous singer or, all right, well, why don't you just identify as you're famous as fuck? Why don't we just identify as that? Like, I'm famous as shit. Like, everybody loves me. I can do whatever I want. I'm the world's best. I'm the most high in demand. Oh, I love you, Cammie. I'm the most high in demand supermodel, actress, singer, like, everything. I'm just famous as fuck. Like, just tell yourself that, and then whatever has to become true, whether you're famous for singing or modeling or any of that shit, you're just gonna have your cake, just to have everything, right? Because that's going to give you, Kimmy, I love you, bitch. That is gonna give you all the fucking things, okay? It's gonna give you all the things. Hey, AJ. Okay. But that's where you have to go there first. So that's where I say business success, money, SP are different. Okay. Different when it comes to SP. You have to see them as, you have to put yourself on that pedestal, but you have to see them as the perfect version for you, right? As your perfect boyfriend or as your perfect husband. But then when it comes to money, then it's like, no, you have to see yourself as rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You have to see yourself as rich as fuck. And then when it comes to, business success, you have to see yourself as successful, as that 7-figure entrepreneur. So that's more internal work as who you identify as, right? Versus when it's an SP, it's like this one. How to manifest a legal case. Well, we don't want to manifest a legal case. You mean the outcome. I know. But you have to go there now. Assume the outcome. What outcome do you want? I'm good at that shit. If you guys heard my whole like fucking story about it like a week ago, like, I'm good at that shit. So what do you want? Like, it totally went in my favor. That court case totally went in my favor. Like, I just won my court case. Like, and you have to be completely delusional about it. You can't sit there. You have to reject anything anyone ever told you. Like, especially in legal matters, you have to reject and not accept what they tell you. I don't give a shit how much evidence they're putting in your face saying you need to accept this shit. No, I don't need to accept a goddamn thing that I don't like. That's the stubbornness in me, okay? And I'm fine with that. I'm so stubborn that you literally, like, hey, pumpkins, I ain't accepted shit. Like, if you tell me something I don't like, I'll be like, nope, sorry. If I don't hear something I like, no, I won't accept it. I don't care how much evidence you want to throw in my face. And I don't care how much you want to tell me that I need to accept my fate. No. You go ahead and accept that shit, but not me. And you'll win. You'll win. The difference between people who win and don't win is because they don't accept it. They don't accept it. Like, we'll just take Casey Anthony as an example. You know that bitch did it. Let's not lie. You know she did it. But she didn't accept her fate. She was like, fuck no. Nope, I'm winning this case. Like, no, I'm winning this case. Therefore she did. Therefore she did. Okay? You can't accept. Same with O.J. Simpson. Same with all these high profile cases that they all seem to win when the evidence is like blatantly obvious that they committed the crime, right? Like, where it's like blatantly obvious, but why do they walk away from it? Because they refused to accept that. They refused to accept their fate. They were like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, I'm beating this case. I am beating this case. And they didn't waver from it, no matter the evidence that was shown in their face showing the opposite. They wouldn't go there in their mind. And that's what you have to say to yourself. You have to completely go the opposite direction. And you'll win. But assume the outcome now. And it will push out. I don't give a shit how much it looks totally opposite. No, so you can't ignore, like in a legal case, right? You can't ignore paperwork, right? If there's a deadline, you got to respond. Like, you just do that. But it's like kind of like, I'm going to assume the outcome, so I'm just not going to show up to court. Like, you have to still go. But in your mind, it's like, no, like, I don't give a fuck what they're saying. No, this is all working out in my favor. Like, no, this is, I won this shit. Like, I'm not doing a goddamn thing they're telling me. Absolutely not. Nope. It's all in my favor. It's all worked out in my favor. And when you do that, it will, 1,000% will, but don't waver from it. Okay. Don't waver from it. That's right, Chloe, because I don't accept shit. Therefore I always was like, that just means he's fucking smart. Like, you know, if I'm a size 6 and I want to go commit a crime, well, guess what? I'm now a size 11. Size 11. Yeah. Buy smaller gloves, you know. Duh. So, how Princess Lisa Sapp. Oh, you're a princess. I love this. How do you manifest my man and I living together? You need to tell yourself that. That's exactly what I did, but don't waver from it. Okay, don't question it. That's exactly what I did. I was like, he is so in love with me. He wants to live with me. Yeah, he is so in love with me. He wants to live with me right now, like right now. Okay, that's what I did on the last. That was the last step of my manifestation, is living together. And circumstances didn't matter. Okay. I had all the circumstances where if I would have focused on the how, it would have never happened. And I certainly would have never guessed how it would have played out. But it did. And it went in my favor. And guess who's living with me now? My SP. Okay. And our relationship grows every day. And so that's where you have to go there and tell yourself, no, he's asking me, we're moving in together. He wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. And he will. The minute you expect that from him, the minute you know, and just expect, right? You forget trying. You just have to be like, okay, shit. Just like I manifested my SP, just like I manifested this person to text me, just like I manifested for him to come hang out with me. I'm gonna manifest this man to live with me. I'm just gonna let me just decide that we're living together. But don't force the 3D. So you can't be like, so, you know, I was thinking, you know, we should live together. Like, and then he's like, oh, I don't think we're ready for that. And then you react and you're like, well, I think it's time for us to live together. When are we going to fucking live together? You can't do that. Okay. But in your mind, you can certainly do whatever you want in your mind palace. I never asked my boyfriend if we were going to live together. For what? I don't need to. I don't need to. I'll just go there and here. And then he conforms. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. And that's what you have to fucking remember. Have you ever asked your man what his thoughts of you were during 8 months of no contact? Nope. I didn't have to ask my man what his thoughts of me were during the 8 months of no contact. Because he told me. He told me. He's like, oh yeah, I looked at you. I could see you. He knew the second I turned blonde. He knew there's only one person that goes to the pool at 10 a.m. to grab their spot. This bitch. When it's cloudy, this bitch is the only one at the pool. Literally like, I think one time I actually put my towel over my body because I was like, fuck, nope. Mm-mm. And so then I would go on intentional walks by his place. Yeah, while I'm on support calls. And so he was like, no, I thought about you all the time. Of course you did. That's what I affirmed. He's like, and then, yeah, he goes, I'd watch you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course you did. Of course you did. But I controlled it, right? So I started controlling everything. When you realize and step into your power that you can control everything, you literally control everything. You know, I literally started just telling myself, like, yeah, he could have been opening up his blinds in his room. He could have been opening up his drapes just to get some sunlight. That's not what I told myself. I was like, of course he opens up his blinds. Every time I go to the pool, he opens up his blinds so he can check me out. He could have very much not have been doing that. But it didn't matter because every time I would go to the pool, guess whose blinds would open up? His. And then he had a certain way of opening up his blinds, where he would open up his blinds like there. He has this big tree in front of his window, so he would open up like a certain portion of his blinds so he can see just me, but his blinds weren't all the way open. Yeah, I mean that's what that's what I fucking told myself. And then he confirmed it. He's like, yeah. He's like, flip over. So that's where I tell you guys got to get really good at everything is a fucking sign. Like everything, like, oh yeah, of course he's thinking about me. Why wouldn't he? Like he thinks about nothing but my ass. And you know what? Yeah, every time I walk by, he's checking me out, of course. In fact, he drives by my house every goddamn day because he just wants to make sure I'm home. He's checking on me. Guy could never drive by your house not one single time. That's not what you tell yourself. Okay. Like, oh yeah, like literally. He's constantly driving by my house. He just doesn't want me to know it because he wants to see if I'm home. Get delusional. Get delusional about everything. Exactly, Chloe. You guys should all remember all the things that you manifested and then be like, so SP's no different. And then flip that shit too and be like, if I can manifest my SP, like movement with my SP, then shit, what else do I want to manifest? Like I want a crap ton of money. You know what? I think I need a raise at work. I'm underpaid at work. I need a raise. You know? Oh, you know what? I've always wanted a mommy makeover, but why pay for that shit if I can manifest it? You know what I mean? So, you know, start telling yourself all that shit because you've always been manifesting. So why do you have to get old? Why does your face have to look old just because you're getting old? Fuck that. What to do when I ask myself, when is it going to finally show up? Vendula, my love, you don't have to ask yourself, when is it going to finally show up in the 3D? Your 3D is constantly changing every second of every day. Okay. So you don't have to worry about checking the 3D. You'll get all the confirmation you need. You are the confirmation. So you don't need to check and wonder when it's going to show up in the 3D, because if you're wondering when it's going to show up in your reality, that means you're not expecting it to be there. Okay. You're not expecting it. You're waiting. You're wanting for something. But the problem is waiting and wanting creates more waiting and wanting. And who the fuck wants to do that shit? Not me. And I know not you. So instead, you should not be waiting or wanting for anything. So you don't need to check, because I promise you, you won't need to check, because your 3D is only showing you right now. It's always confirming. Like, you guys are always looking for your fucking SPs to confirm shit. You're always looking for your 3D to confirm shit. It's always confirming. It's not confirming. It's not like we'll keep it a mystery. Like, it's not some mystery show. And it's like, no, we're not going to show her. The grand reveal is coming. No, that's not how this works. Like, it's constantly conforming 24/7. So if you're not seeing something in the 3D and you're waiting for it to show up, that is because you're not expecting you already have it. You're not expecting that from this person. Okay. When you expect them to be your perfect boyfriend, you would expect perfect boyfriend behavior. Then they do that stuff. Do you think I have to sit there and be like, text me while you're gone? No, I don't have to do that. Why? Because he's the perfect boyfriend to me. Why wouldn't he? He literally called me yesterday while he was making a liquor store run and was like, well, I'm just calling you because I know that if you don't hear from me in a certain amount of time, you're going to send the search party out And, you guys are all going to lock arms and go looking for me. And I was like, what are you talking about? I laughed at him, actually. I said, no, that's actually what you said about me, because that's what he said about me, right? But in his reality, he has his own assumptions, okay? And so when I stopped going to the pool, he was like, all the neighbors are going to send a search party out for your ass. Like, they're going to have to lock arms and be like, she only walks one path. So let's walk that one path. We're going to find her. Okay, so sometimes I've learned by now, guys. I've evolved, right? We need to evolve. Sometimes I'll have, when he wasn't living with me. Okay, I'll just spill the tea. When he wasn't living with me, we were one building away, right? So I would have some cocktails. I like to have some cocktails at night. When I say cocktails, that's a lie, because it's not a cocktail. It's shots of vodka. Okay, that's my cocktail of choice. And so, why have the sugar shit when he could just get straight to the point? So anyway, this is what caused me to roll down my cement staircase. But I used to be a clumsy person. When I would identify myself as falling everywhere, I would literally fall everywhere. And so I would be out in my bathroom. There was one time I was walking by his apartment, checking the 3D. Don't do that. Okay. But I was walking by his apartment and I misstepped and I fell over. So here I am in the walk path, laying in front of his building in the walk path. And it was late, thank God. Nobody, I don't think anyone was walking by, at least. Yeah, I'm pretty positive they weren't, or they would have helped my small ass. But at the time, you would have thought I was 500 pounds, okay? Because I could not get up if my life depended on it. So I literally had to roll over and get up. And I'm like, bring your ass home, Jen. Bring your ass home. What do you check? See, that's what happens when you check 3D. I fell over and wound my face up in a bush. No need to check the 3D. So don't do that. For me, when I was manifesting my SP, it took 4 weeks. Okay. It took 4 weeks from no contact to fully living with me. But really, the whole thing, all the way up to fully living with me, only took 2 weeks. Okay. But I wavered on fully living with me. I waved on the living with me part because there was gutter trash living in his place. And so I was like, and so he kept telling me no, I'm telling her to leave. I'm telling her to leave. This is the date. And so because of that, the closer it would get to that date, as you know, I'm a verbalizer. And so I would be like, so, we'd be out on a date and I'd be like, so, is it happening on that date? And he would push back. Look, you just don't get it. It's hard for me, because he was a good man, right? He's always been a good man. And so then it would push back. And so finally I made the decision, because this happened twice. And so finally I made the decision. I was like, fuck that. I'm done. I'm not wavering for shit. I don't care. I will persist in living with me. I am not wavering. And in less than 72 hours, he was standing over me on my couch and moved in. Same day. And the events that took place, I would have never guessed. They were wild, but I would have never guessed it. I would have never guessed how that would have happened. So you don't worry about the how. But I had to do this on my own. I had to figure out what speeds shit up. So now that I help my clients do that, they get movement real fucking fast. They get shit is happening super, super freaking fast. In less than, I had somebody who's living with their boyfriend in less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks was a complete turnaround when he literally told her the opposite. And in less than 2 weeks, she was living with him. When he was like, there's not going to be a you and I, so get over it. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And that needs to be your mentality. But so many of you can't help it. You cannot help it. Because I already know that I'm going to have to fucking go and check a couple people in my WhatsApp, because a couple people are like, okay, don't get mad. When you start a text message to me that says that shit, you already know I'm about to get furious. Doesn't take much to flip that goddamn switch. Okay. But it's because I feel like that's what makes our community so great here, is because, I think that everybody in the community genuinely knows that I actually give a shit about you. Like, I'm not, I don't just come on here and, uh, and tell you what you want to hear and be your bestie online and then ghost your ass. Like, and then act like you're irrelevant. If you've ever popped my DMs, I got to go through all those, but I respond. Why wouldn't I? You know, to be able to help people get the love of their lives back. I'm helping somebody right now get her husband back. I fucking love that shit. Like, I love that. For me, that is doing my job. That is doing good work in this world. Why wouldn't I? And I'm fucking good at it. So there's that part. I had somebody get movement from her SP. She was a tough one. Get movement from her SP in 48 hours. 48 hours. That's all it takes. The turnaround can happen very quickly, but you guys so oftentimes assign, it's so easy for you to assign negative meaning to everything. And it's easy because you're looking at it for what it is. Okay. Like if somebody was to sit there and send you a text message, like, and says like my boyfriend will be like, hey, I'm going to my cousin's for a bit. Enjoy your life. You guys would have been like, what's he mean by that? Oh, that was a dry text. What's he mean by that? Is he really going to his cousin's? Oh, of course he doesn't want to spend time with me. He'd rather be with his cousin. Like that, like that's where your guys' minds go. Versus it's like, have a good fucking time. Like, love ya. Have a good time. That's all it is. It's like, and go about your fucking day. But no, instead you guys insist on going to the dark side. What does he mean by that message? Oh, he only talks to me when it comes to the kids. He only talks to me when it comes to wanting to see something. Oh yeah, he doesn't even message me. He's such a jerk. I haven't heard from him in 4 days. As long as you keep telling yourself that shit, he's not going to contact you. Like, for what? Versus being like, oh, he talks to me all day, every day. Like, he constantly talks to me. He can't stop talking to me. He's constantly checking in with me. He literally has to check in with me all the fucking time. If you tell that story, then that becomes true. You stop wavering when you decide. Okay, when you decide, like, I want this bad enough. And every time I waver, it doesn't fuck shit up. It just slides shit back a little bit. So now it's like, I got to start all over in this step of my affirmations. I have to start all over in this step. It's like, but that's not what I want. Why do I want history to keep repeating itself? Why do I want back and forth, hot and cold behavior? So no. I'm not going to waver. I'm just not going to waver. So that means, and I know myself, just like you guys need to be honest with your fucking selves. You know yourself better than anybody. So if you know that your thoughts tend to go more negative because you're focusing on the 3D, you're focusing on your current situation, then you have no choice but to drown out those thoughts. So how I didn't waver is I became obsessed with everything is a fucking sign for me. Like everything's a sign. A bird. Every time I see a bird, he's thinking about me. Shit. And then two birds. If I see two birds together, that's because we're together. Duh. Like everything was a sign. And so on top of that, I robotically affirmed all day long. You don't necessarily have to robotically affirm for your SP all day long to carry your thoughts. Okay. That's where I think you guys get it confused. You can literally, you can affirm for whatever the fuck you want because you can't think two thoughts at the same time. So it's like, so you discipline your mind. So yeah, a majority of my affirming was for me and my SP. But then it's like, okay, but I also want other things. I also want money. I also want, to look 20. And I also want all this other shit. So why don't I start affirming for that too? Because it's just about drowning out your thoughts, distracting your thoughts, right? That's the only reason why affirming is effective is because it changes your thoughts about it. You don't have time to get anything else another option. So I would listen to things like YouTube videos or like, y'all can listen to me. But I would listen to like different things, YouTube videos and stuff. And then I wasn't really listening to the video, but I would robotically affirm while I was listening to the video, while the video was playing. And so, but I would affirm for like money, then I'd affirm for business success, but mainly it was SP, okay? Because you just have to distract your thoughts. And so I say I did it with YouTube videos because I can't do it with music because I know myself. Well, I mean, I guess I could have done this too because I know myself. If I was listening to music, you know what I'd be doing? Fucking singing. And so I was like, no, if I do this, it has to conform because I've already seen movement. So when you see movement from your SP, it's, in my experience, it's a lot easier to stop wavering. It's a lot easier to stay the course because you're already seeing it working, right? So it's like, what is there to question when you're already seeing movement, when you're already seeing the shit working? Okay. If it's already working, then what? It's a lot easier to be like, okay, what's there to waver about? Let me just distract my thoughts, and it must conform, in which it does over and over and over again. Federica. Okay, first of all, Federica, how do you see your SP texting with a gutter trash and sending her random photos during the day? How do you see that? That tells me that your whole ass is sitting right up next to him, like thigh to thigh, bitch. Like, you're either sitting thigh to thigh right next to that man, or you're going out of your way to see what he's fucking doing. See, you can't do that because that is creating trust issues. Okay, you're keeping gutter trash very much relevant if you're wondering every chance you get what he's doing on his phone. You can assign positive meaning to everything. So instead of being like, I wonder who he's texting, you're always going to be right. Okay, versus saying, no. He's just texting his friend right now. Like, who cares? Who gives a shit? Okay, you guys can't do that stuff because you're always proving yourself right. You're always 100% of the time proving yourself right. So why do I want to sit there and see him fucking texting and sending random photos during the day? No, I stopped checking. Well, I never checked his phone because that's, in my opinion, weird. And so I never had to do any of that stuff, right? I never had to try and hack into his Instagram account. Someone hacked into his Instagram account when we were talking and said, and that's he got caught talking to me, which we don't talk on Instagram. Like, we have phone numbers, right? So, but the only communication we would have on Instagram is like where we'd send each other funny fucking reels, and that was it, right? And so someone found that out, and he's like, someone hacked my account. I don't know how someone hacked my account. And I said, okay. I said, well, honey, I was like, do you use the same password for everything like normal people do? Are you habitual with your passwords? He's like, yeah. I said, that's how, I said, no one hacked your fucking Instagram account. They just simply logged in because they know your password, and we're creatures of habit. And so we typically know that the same password's used for everything. He's like, oh shit, you're right. I'm changing my password. I said, yeah, that's how, come on, buddy. So how you deal with it, Frederica, is by assigning different meaning to it. Because here's the thing, you guys have to constantly remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know what the fuck you're looking at. It doesn't know if you are looking at your SP texting gutter trash. It doesn't know that. It only knows what you tell yourself. So if you see that and you're like, here he goes, texting her again. Oh my God, here he's texting her all fucking day. He does nothing but talk to her. That's what your subconscious mind heard. And so now it has to push that out even more. So instead, you could look at that and be like, he's constantly texting his cousin. Like, Jesus, he texts his cousin all day long. And that's all your subconscious mind heard. You cannot keep the gutter trash in your reality. You can't, because the more you focus on gutter trash as being an obstacle standing in between you and SP, that has to become true for you. That's all. You're keeping her right there in place. She literally can't go anywhere because you're keeping her in your reality. Why the fuck would you want to do that? I told you what to do to get rid of gutter trash. So why is gutter trash still in said equation, bitch? Huh? Why? Because you're not doing what I said. Because you're not doing what I said. You literally, I need you to understand this. You're keeping them there. Like, you're in control. So if you are not, if there's gutter trash in your picture, that's what we call 3Ps around here, gutter trash, because that's what they are. And we send them back to the dumpster they crawled out of. Okay. You can't see her as competition. If you see her as competition, then she's going to remain in your reality as competition. Why the fuck? Claire, got your message, girl. but you're a 415 area code. Oh, Jesus. You're in the America. So why in the fuck are you sending me a WhatsApp? Send me a text, bitch. Send me a text. WhatsApp is mainly for my internationals. Okay? What are we talking about? Oh, I got an itch, excuse me. What if he has come and gone many times? Okay, so everything that you're doing, thanks Doodles. Everything that you're doing is okay, so here's what you're doing. Everything that you're doing right now, oh wait, let me go back to that question because I lost my train of thought. James, you kill me. You fucking kill me. You're so funny. Oh yeah, that's right. What the fuck did she say? Cruz, no, your gutter trash is created out of a couple things. Okay. It's because he did something one time that you viewed as questionable. Okay. Like you started questioning some behavior of his. So like, let's say he was like randomly on his phone texting more than usual, right? Or he said he's going to go somewhere and he'll be home by 8 and didn't come home till midnight. You know, something like that, some behavior or something he did you questioned and you started asking yourself, even if it was only one time. This is where I say it's not about you did something repeatedly. I've manifested plenty of negative shit thinking about it one time. Okay. And so you questioned it like, is he talking to someone else? Like, is he really going there? Like, what is he really doing? Who's he really talking to? Right? You at some point questioned that, and then you proved yourself right. You brought gutter trash in. Okay. So that's typically how it is. Now, you keep that, and then what it does is it affects your self-concept. Okay? Because I have a good-ass self-concept. A great one, actually. But when it was confirmed, then your self-concept kind of takes like a little nosedive for a little bit, right? You're like, damn. Like, ouch. Thanks, Blodsby. You know, and that hurts. But then you reframe that shit. For me, it wasn't difficult. And for all of you, that's why we call them gutter trash, okay? Because for me, it wasn't difficult. And so it shouldn't be for you, where it's like you take one look at that person and you're like, oh, please. Oh, please. What competition? No one compares to me. Literally no one compares to me. Right? So you do have to, when you're dealing with that, you do, in anything, you do have to work on self-concept. Okay? Because sometimes it takes a little nosedive when that happens. So you do need to work on self-concept in manifesting for your SP as well as getting rid of gutter trash. Is there's a level of self-concept, like you have to see yourself as being better than that bitch. Like, get on my level, ho. Like, downgrade. Because really, in all honesty, most of the times when gutter trash appears, it's a complete downgrade. Literally. At least it was in my situation. So, you know, I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And so because of that, you do, but when, and your SP too, same thing, because you have to see yourself on that pedestal and you can't take yourself off. So you can't see yourself as chasing your SP, which that's what a lot of you guys do, is you guys get impatient. And so like your definition of being impatient is to fucking text them. Huh? Like literally somebody said that today, yesterday in my text. I got impatient, so I messaged him. I tell you guys, get impatient, but don't force a 3D. You can't do that. You can't do that. It doesn't work. It always backfires. And you guys are living proof of that, or you'd be with your SP, right? But what you have to tell yourself is that gutter trash, that's exactly what she's going to do, because that's what everybody does. Force a 3D. And we all know how that works out. So all I have to do is create the wedge. Create the wedge. And then work on self-concept and literally see yourself as the baddest bitch in the world. Like, who... He doesn't even want another bitch. Why would he? Why would he when he can have steak? Why would he want trash? And you have to see yourself as that, because if not, and this is why we evolve, because you have to now see your man. Once you get confirmation that gutter trash has been sent back to the dumpster, you need to let the dump truck come pick her up. okay, and remove her from your reality. But moving forward, you can't question when they come back. Like, let's say you guys are back together right now. You can't question anything moving forward. Like, you can't go back to questioning his behavior again, because all you're going to do is recreate. You're either going to bring old gutter trash back, or you're just going to recreate new gutter trash. Who wants to do that shit? Who wants to fucking do that shit? Not me. So it's like, you have to get good at not questioning their behavior and only assigning the meaning that you want to everything that they do and don't do, right? Like, if you don't hear from them today, which you should all hear from them every day, but if you don't hear from them, you can't be like, oh, here he goes again. He's too busy for me. He's not talking to me, blah, 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 and go on this bitch pity party in your fucking head. You can't do that shit. Instead, this is where discipline comes into play, because you want to have a better relationship than you had before, because we all know how that one worked out, right? So instead, moving forward, you have to literally... Sorry, I follow Sammy Ingram, and she just posted. Gosh, it's like we're in sync. She just posted a video that says, manifestation using crystals, tarot cards, and witchcraft. Long rant. Yes, long rant, I'm sure, because we share the same opinion. But anyway, I digress. So we can't breathe life into that, because we have to evolve. We can't keep bringing around gutter trash, because that's all you. It's all you and having trust issues. And usually, and it can stem from a past relationship, right? It could stem from a past relationship where maybe you found out, maybe you were cheated on one time, and now you're assuming, which is why I tell you guys need to look at the gender as a whole, as your relationship history as a whole, and what assumptions have you formed about your ex-boyfriends? Because that's what you keep attracting. That's what you keep bringing in your life. So if you were cheated on once, now you assume like, oh, I was hurt once, I was cheated on. So now you question the next relationship when he starts to do something weird, or what you think is weird, because usually they're just doing nothing and you're assuming something else or questioning things. And now you get confirmation that now second boyfriend has cheated on you. And then you have a new relationship and you still question shit that they do because of your history. And now third boyfriend cheats on you. Notice the trend. And now you're thinking that all men are cheaters. Like everyone just cheats on me. Like I'm never anyone's top priority, because that's because you felt that way in one relationship. You brought that same energy into the next relationship. That was confirmed that you're not the priority there. Now you bring that same energy into the next relationship. So there's trends in all your relationships. So you need to take a look at that and be like, okay, I need to switch that shit. And that's a self-concept thing. That's why self-concept is very important when it comes to manifesting your SP, so that they stay and you don't let history keep repeating its fucking self. Because it's all you. You're the only one they have in common. But if everyone is manifesting... Purple platypus, good question. Okay, so if everyone is manifesting their reality, isn't 3P manifesting SP to them? Yes, gutter trash is. That's why you create the wedge. Okay, because remember, everyone has their own reality. Okay, everyone has their own reality, which is why I always tell you bitches that you have to understand that everyone is automatically manifesting. They're just subconsciously manifesting. They're not consciously manifesting. Okay, so you have to remember that. So the more time goes by that you fucking waver, doubt, question, and don't do all this bullshit, someone else is very much manifesting your SP, because everyone's manifesting. The universe doesn't pick and choose who the fuck has the innate ability to manifest. Everyone does. Okay, so someone right now is manifesting your SP. The difference is, you know what you're doing. They don't. Okay. So they're not over here like robotically affirming for you and for them to be together. They're not doing that. Right. But they're doing exactly what you did in the beginning of your relationship. So you have to change your assumption of gutter trash. What do you want to assume of gutter trash? Because remember, gutter trash is in your reality too. So what do you want to assume is true about gutter trash? Because whatever you want to assume is true that works in your favor, because we leverage the law here, she must conform to in your reality. That's where the wedge is created. Because then in her reality, what she's going to do as the SP starts to pull away, because they start to have disagreements now, they start to have arguments just like you did. because you're changing your assumption of gutter trash. Okay, so now they start to have a now rocks start to happen in their relationship. And what is she going to do? She's going to go ahead and do the exact same thing you did. Start changing the version of him for her. Okay, she's going to start changing her opinion about him, her assumptions about him, the thoughts that she has about him now. And now what is he doing? He's conforming to her new assumption of him, which is why you'll get a different version of your SP than gutter trash will. Because you're learning to discipline yourself. There'll be two totally different versions. It certainly was in my life. It was blatantly night and day. I didn't even recognize that version because he was not anything like that with me ever in life. But he has to conform to everybody's assumptions. Okay. So he was conforming to her assumptions, not in a good way, because they don't know what they're doing. Okay. They're just doing what you did in your relationship before you learned about the law. Okay. So they're sabotaging their own relationship. And so now they're changing the assumptions. He's pushing out based on her assumptions now, which doesn't affect you because he'll treat you totally different because you have a different assumption of him. Okay. So now you've got this, and now here you are changing your assumptions of her. So the wedge has been formed. Now she's going to do what all of you did to try and save your relationship. Force the 3D. And how'd that work out? Beg, plead your case, sound needy as fuck, and do the chasing. And what does that happen? SP starts to push even further back from gutter trash. Okay? Because they're no different. They're going to do everything that you tried to do to save your relationship. We all know that doesn't work. And so now the wedge has been built. You're affirming for you and SP, and you're only selecting perfect boyfriend version for you. And now here he comes home to mama. And all of that can literally happen in less than 72 hours. If you would just persist in what you want and recreate, right? We use everyone as you pushed out to our advantage around here. So what do I want to assume about everybody in my fucking reality that benefits me? And then I'm more than fine letting people keep their assumptions if it also benefits me. I'm petty and I don't care. I leverage laws around here. I don't follow the law. I leverage. And that's what all of you are here to do too, to leverage the law. Why follow laws? Laws are boring. Laws are boring. We don't want that shit. Don't need it. Don't care at all. The thing is to be consistent and mindful about our thoughts and the meaning assigned to our 3D. Yes, Cruz, that is absolutely true. You do have to, this takes discipline, right? You have to be consistent and you have to check your thoughts throughout the day. Like you should know what you're thinking about all fucking day long. And when you ever find yourself having a thought that goes against what you're manifesting, flip that shit on the spot. I don't care what anybody says. You must flip your thoughts. Because if you don't, we got a whole fucking mess. We got a whole mess. Okay. FTI Mike, what if he has come and gone many times? You're creating a cycle. Okay. You're creating a pattern. Okay. This is a pattern coming into play where you are, one out of two things could happen. Okay. So you either have this assumption that you can get him back because history shows you that, right? So you have an assumption that you can get him back. But in order for that to happen, guess what has to happen? They have to leave. Okay. People have to leave for you to get them back. Okay. I know he's going to come back. Well, he has to leave for you to come back. Or you can tell you might even be telling yourself this, like, oh, I know he's going to come back. Right. He always comes back. Well, he has to literally leave to come back, leave to come back, leave to come back. Or then what happens is he comes back. But it's almost like your thoughts are aligning with when is he going to leave again? Like you're questioning everything he's doing and wondering when is he going to leave again? Because this is history, right? It's a pattern that you've created. Because he left one time and came back. Now you're like, no, but then you started questioning the same shit because you did not evolve from the first time he left. And you're running your relationship the same way you're running it the first time he left. So therefore, what happens in the second time? Round two, ding, ding, ding. Oh, we'll just repeat the same shit we did in round one. So, boom, he left again. Okay, now he comes back. Ding, 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 round three. Oh, we'll just keep doing what we did in round 1 and 2. And now round 3 ends the same way. It's the same cycle over and over again because you are not learning from it. You are not evolving from that. You're not changing your assumptions of your SP. You're not selecting perfect boyfriend consistently. You are not doing that. Okay. And you're not evolving as a person. This is why I constantly tell you guys, you're not doing this for anybody. You're not doing this for your SPs. You're doing this for you, because whether it's with this SP or another one, history is going to repeat itself over and over and over again, because you still are questioning everything they fucking do. You're still assigning negative meaning to fucking everything. You're still reacting in your thoughts and emotionally to every fucking thing they do and don't do. You're still having a bitch party in your fucking mind every time you have a disagreement. Like, all of this shit, you're still doing over and over and over and over again. So therefore, the results are the same. Doesn't matter if he comes back 5,500 times. If you don't start changing how you're reacting to shit and start learning to not react, and how to discipline your thoughts about your SP and about his behavior, assign positive meaning to only everything that they fucking do, it's going to keep happening over and over and over and over again. At what point in time are you going to evolve? You have to evolve, because your relationships, if you go down a relationship rabbit hole, I can promise your relationships all ended the same. But you're the only one they have in common. So we don't want that anymore. We don't want history to keep repeating itself. So if we don't want history to keep repeating itself with our SPs, we have to change that, because they're only acting and playing the part that you're assigning them. So if you keep assigning them the fucking villain role, that's what they have to become. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice but to conform to whatever you assume about them. So if you're going to keep assuming that he's an asshole, well, he has to keep being an asshole. It's not his choice to you. It's not his choice. If you assume that he has no time to spend with you, well, guess what? He'll come up with a gang of excuses and a lot of it. And this is how you'll know. A lot of times too, this is how you know it's all you. Because a lot of times they'll tell you things that make no fucking sense. Like, no sense. And a lot of times they'll tell you that, like, as they're breaking up with you, like, I don't know why I feel this way. That's all you, bitch. That's all you. You know, or like, they will confirm that. They will confirm confliction because you're conflicted, right? They will start giving excuses that in your mind is blatantly an excuse. Where you're like, oh, really? Really? Since when? They have no choice, because you are telling yourself that they never spend any time with me. They never have any time for me. They never make any time for me. I'm just not a priority in their life. Therefore, all the stupid shit in the world tends to be more of a priority than you. Like, the dog is more of a priority than you. And they'll be like, well, I have to spend time with the dog today. And you're going to be, fucking what? Really? Like literally everything seems to become a priority in their life except you, because you think that everything else is a priority in their life but you. So literally doing the dishes is more important than fucking hanging out with your ass. Notice the trend? So we can't do that. You can't keep doing that shit. Okay? You all need to put your crown on and stop taking that shit off. Who's that? Anyone who says that they've tried reaching me several times, shoot that shit back to the top. Because whatever you are in my system is not who you are on TikTok. So, you're wearing, I think, a pink top in your thing. I can't read your name. Yep, still can't read your name. Okay. So shoot it to the top, okay? Shoot it to the top of my DMs. If you don't have my personal cell phone number, you'll know if you have my personal cell phone number if you're VIP or anybody, because my area code on my personal cell phone number will be 714. If you have a 949 number, that is my system phone number. It doesn't go to my phone, okay? And I may or may not be too good at checking that shit. So send that to me. Send a DM. Just put VIP in the front and I'll send it to you, because, yeah, you should have gotten... I sent several emails out for that, but I'll send it out to you again. Well, James, that's because you don't have to go to a psychic reader when you realize that everyone in the fucking world is psychic. You're all psychic. You do know that, right? I hope you do know that. Which is why I think it's hilarious that you guys will go see a psychic. when you're all psychic, because you all control your future. You all decide what stays and what goes. Like, you are the psychic. So save your money. Oh, when do I check out? Say. Of course they did, Aya. Of course they did. Of course they did. And that's where, so keep going, okay? Keep persisting and leverage the clinic. Leverage the clinic, leverage the people in the clinic, because you know them, they know you. Okay, you have zero resistance. So leverage that and be like, everyone in the clinic literally can't stop talking about me to my SP. They literally talk about me all day long to my SP and how perfect we are together. Leverage that. They will. They'll start all talking about you to your SP all day long. Yeah. And that's where you guys need to also understand. Well, I'm a bitch. I own it. Now, if someone manifesting your SP, you created them, you created someone manifesting yours. Yes. Yes, that is true, Jenna. That is true, girl. I do not watch any. I don't watch a lot of people. I only literally, if I'm going to watch anybody, honestly, the only person I watch is Sammy Ingram, and that's because she fucking cracks me up, because she's a lot like me. we have a lot of the same personality. So when it comes to her, I only watch her like rants, because I think she's fucking funny. But I bitch at you, so don't worry about it. Oh, when it comes to forcing the 3D, here's what you have to understand about forcing the 3D is you have to understand that you're going to do things that you would naturally do is not forcing the 3D, okay? Because that's fucking stupid, right? Like, so if you have to go somewhere and you know your SP works there, that's not forcing the 3D. Now, if you went there and you were like pursuing him and being like, hey, do you have time to talk? Like, can we talk? Like, can we sit down and talk about our relationship? Now that is forcing the 3D. Okay. But just because you go to Walmart and you see your SP there doesn't mean you forced the 3D. Okay. That's not how that works. But driving by his house and walking up to his fucking front door, guess what that is? Well, crazy behavior, but forcing the 3D. Don't do anything that makes you look crazy. Like, think before you act, okay? And and ask yourself, okay, what I'm about to do right now, if my bestie was about to do this shit, what would I say to her? Well, take your own advice, right? Because you know damn well if your bestie was going to be like, I'm going to that bitch's house right now, you'd been like, bitch, what are you doing? That's fucking crazy. So let's not do that, okay? Let's not do that, because a couple of you guys have tried doing that, like just roll up. I'm just going to roll up on them. Don't do that. Don't do that. I got one more thing to ask you. Okay, perfect. Perfect little sparkles. I'm going to talk to you today too, by the way. How is it supposed to take 72 hours if you have to learn to be disciplined first? No, pumpkin. You don't have to learn to be disciplined first, okay? You don't. But you have to evolve, okay? This is a muscle, okay? Because the reality is, if you can start not reacting to stupid shit that they're doing right now on like social media, because I don't think they're really posting anything catastrophic on social media. So if you can get good at not reacting to stuff they post on social media or being left on red for a couple hours, then that's good. That's progress, right? If you can learn to start disciplining your mind now, that's progress. But the true test will come when you're back in a relationship with him, right? Because it's a lot easier, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to discipline yourself now. But when you have a disagreement, when he comes back, now that's when the true test comes, where you just have to basically learn to shut the fuck up. That's usually your demise. That's usually where you guys falter the most, is you can't shut the fuck up. Like, you have to keep going. Like, you want to keep going and keep going and keep going. And then when you're done fucking arguing commences here. Like, you can't do that. So that's when discipline comes into play. But if you will persist, if you'll put yourself on that pedestal, and you'll persist in perfect boyfriend only. He is the perfect boyfriend. Thanks, Terry girl. He's only the perfect boyfriend to me. And you'll persist in perfect boyfriend. Guess what? He's going to conform. But then the key is, like, you should see movement with your SP within 24 hours if you will literally persist in perfect boyfriend. Perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend for me. Okay. And only see everything that he does as perfect boyfriend. I don't care if he sends you a text that says, yo, perfect boyfriend. He is the perfect boyfriend. Hey, Tammy. He's a perfect boyfriend. Like everything he does and doesn't do is perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. If you'll persist in that description of your perfect boyfriend and what you expect from him, then you will, because if you persist in perfect boyfriend, then it's not hard to expect them to text you, contact you, call you, unblock you, want to see you, want to be with you. That's not hard to expect that behavior if that's your boyfriend. If you're persisting in perfect version, because you will start to get hot and cold behavior at first, very likely, right? Where 1 minute things are great, next minute things slide back a little bit. But that's where the discipline comes in, and it's okay. You don't react. Don't react to the turnaround. Just persist. Perfect boyfriend. He's so cute. Look at him trying to always get my attention. Like he shows me every single day that he's thinking about me, that he wants to be with me. Okay, and that's the energy you persist in. He'll start to conform, and then it will speed up. The more you see him conforming, it will start to speed up more and more and more, faster and faster and faster, and you'll get your whole damn thing, right? You get your whole damn thing. That's right, because unapologetic me is disciplining and learning where it's all about learning where you went wrong in the first place, so that you don't do it again. So history doesn't keep repeating itself, right? So like unapologetic me, she got her SP back. She went and hung out with him yesterday. So now it's discipline. Now it takes discipline and this is for you. Like you're going to feel better about it. What do you want to sit there and look like, put in all this work, just have him fucking leave again? I don't think so. I get what I want and I get it when I want it. And that needs to be your attitude, is I get what the fuck I want and I get it when I want it. So please, if you think I'm going to wait a long ass time, I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. I ain't waiting for shit. You're going to conform, and you're going to conform right now. That's right, eh? That's right. I always tell people that. I said, he could be an asshole to everybody, but not me. He could be an asshole to every fucking body but me. Okay, well, the girl without a name. I like that. That's a clever ass name too. The girl without a name. That's not. You're not off to a. Did you not hear what the fuck I just said? Do you not hear what I just said? Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, so when they come back, you said I can't even find your shit now. I can't even find what you said now. But you said some stupid shit like, okay, so when he comes back, just don't react. Yeah, don't react. And when they come back around, there's no reason for you guys to bring up old story. For fucking what? That's not the version of the SP that you want anymore. You recreated your perfect boyfriend to be exactly who you want and expect him to be for you. So when they come back around, what the fuck do you need to talk about the past for? For what? For what? You want to go live in a tomb? Is that what you want to do, Action Frank? You want to go live in a tomb? That's your plan? Go bury you inside? Go bury you inside a pyramid? I mean, I guess. Sure, why not? You can't go back in time. Oh, yeah, there it is. Thanks, girl. Okay. Yeah, you need to expect them to stay. Why would you not? You don't even need to expect them to stay. You need to expect them to remain perfect boyfriend to you. And then you need to ditch that whole last part of your sentence. And when he don't again, what the fuck is that? Well, that makes no sense. What the fuck is that? When he don't again, you're already anticipating this is your problem. You're already planning on him leaving again. What's wrong with you? No, you're not a fortune. Well, I guess we are all fortune tellers. So if that's what you want, then you may as well just pack that manifesting shit up and just call it a day. Because what in the hell are you doing? What are you doing? That makes zero fucking sense at all. But what if they leave again? That's as stupid as getting married and being like, well, what if we get a divorce? You're like at the altar, like, what if we get a divorce? That's fucking stupid. What are you doing? We're not going to do that shit. No. Stop doing that. We're not doing that at all. Okay? You need to persist in the perfect boyfriend. Yes, they always come back if you do what I say. If you do what I say, they always come back. Like, action, Frank, you sound ridiculous. You want to go die so you can be with Cleopatra? Why? When you could just manifest a new Cleopatra? I'm sure there's all kinds of people that look just like Cleopatra in Egypt. Veronica, can I manifest working from home for this job instead? 1,000%. 1,000%. Like, if you want to keep your job but you want to work remote, be like, man, my job wants me to go remote. My job actually wants me to work at home. Yeah. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do at all. You have to repeatedly tell yourself something else and stay focused on the course. You also get a raise while you're at it. Let's get a raise. I think everybody should get a fucking raise. I think y'all should get a raise. That's it. But what you guys can't do is keep lying to yourselves. Okay? So many of you guys lie. You like to lie to yourselves. And so I think that's where Delulu I think that's where delusional, because in manifestation, they're like, you have to be delusional. And it's like, okay, but not really. I used to think that way too. And it's like, not really. Like, why don't you just expect the best boyfriend in the fucking world for you? Like, what's there to be delusional about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would guess delusional for me would be more of the, if you're living in the end, right? If you're living in the end. So that's really where I think delusional comes into play, is when you're living in the end of, and if you're a visualizer, right? If you're a visualizer, then you're delusional in your visualizations. But if you come from a place of expectation, the fuck is there to be delusional about? Like, delusional? No, that man's mine. That's not a delusion. That man is mine. He's always calling and texting me. You don't have to believe your affirmations before, because you're not going to believe them until they manifest, right? So it's like, what's there to be delusional about? Not really, unless you're living in the end of relationship, of marriage, which I don't suggest you do. I don't think it's realistic fucking advice for people to be like, you're in no contact with your SP, just assume you're married. What? I'm blocked on everything, bitch, and I ain't talked to this person. And you want me to just live in the end of marriage? This is why when you guys, Nadine, bitch, I'm going to talk to you. Okay? I'm going to talk to you right after my coaching call. Because I got a hard stop at 1 because I have a coaching call. The one I was supposed to be on yesterday, but I was hanging out with you bitches for 6 fucking hours. Like, I have no goddamn life on a Saturday. I don't have a life. But that's where his actions make it hard to expect, because you're focusing on the current reality. You're focusing on the current fucking reality, Nadine. You're focusing on the 3D right now and being like, well, his current reactions are, I do love being with you. His current actions are showing me the opposite. So it's hard to expect something different, which is why I tell you guys, I want you to go back. Okay? Most people don't tell you that. They tell you to drop the whole old story. Yeah, poor temps, shoot me a message. Shoot that shit back to the top. Okay? So most people will tell you to don't drop the whole old story. I tell you, drop the old bad shit. Like, who wants to go down memory lane about the bad shit? That's fucking stupid, but that's what you guys always are doing. So instead, go back in time to memory fucking lane. Hey, let them. Go back in time to when everything in your relationship was perfect. You're always manifesting, so there's nothing to be careful about what you're manifesting. You're constantly manifesting. Like, it's not something you're learning how to do. It's something you're doing naturally. Okay? Your entire life is a manifestation. So, I'm not going to be careful. I'm going to get whatever the fuck I want. So, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, you have to understand, okay? You guys have to understand that. I get distracted when somebody comes in here with something stupid to say. Okay. So if you go back in time when everything was fucking perfect, how is it hard to expect the same man you fucking fell in love with? How hard is it to expect that? Because you created the person you have now. So it's not difficult for you to fucking go back in time. Remember how that man treated you, how he made you feel, because that is the man that won your heart. He's still there. You just got to bring him back. That's it. You just got to bring him back and then pepper in some shit that we need improvement on. That's it. So it's not hard to expect that. Okay. It's not hard to expect that at all. It's not. It's actually, it should be relatively simple for you to expect that because that's the man you love. Why on earth would you be expecting bullshit behavior for him to ghost you and block you? I don't think you were expecting that shit, but it happened. So instead, we want to hold on to the person that we love and everything and how he made you feel when everything in your relationship was perfect. It's not hard to expect that from him again. You either want him to be that person or you don't. So you better get to learn how to expect it. Because either way, you're expecting one or the other, okay? You're either expecting him to be a total douchebag and an asshole. It's not like you. Or you're expecting the opposite. Poor Tebs. Send me a message so I can send you my calendar. So it's really not that difficult because that's what you guys have to really realize. Okay, that's what you have to really realize is you're creating everything. What if you've never, what if you've never had a good man? You're creating that by the story you're telling yourself, okay? By the story you're telling yourself. So it's like, that was me. That was me. Okay, where I would always be like, dude, why in the fuck do I date losers? Like every guy I date is a loser. And I've said this for years, like years, where I'd be like, why, what did I say? Oh yeah. I'd say, why am I always attracted to losers? See the word always. So, and I've been saying that for years. Like we're talking like over a decade. I've been saying that for. And so one of my old friends told me, you're asking only half the question. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, you should be asking yourself, why are losers attracted to you? I was like, ooh. I was like, shit. That's a good ass point. So after and of course, why were they attracted to me? Because I was sitting there saying, I'm attracted to losers. Therefore, losers are attracted to me. And that would prove over and over and over again. So before I met my boyfriend, I had a crazy person. Like when I tell you crazy, I mean, like I was living my own Jason Bourne movie. Literally. And to my brother laughed and said, well, Jen, congratulations. You officially drove a man crazy. I didn't drive him crazy. He literally not to there. I'm serious. Like I went home to knives in my walls, like all over the place with my daughter. And the whole front door was barricaded. And I was like, oh, bro, you got to go now. You got to go. So that was the end of that relationship. But when that relationship ended, I told myself, I said, I'm going to take a little break because I want something different. Because the guys that I've been dating in the past, I've always liked the big muscular men, 6 foot something, 6-pack, the whole thing. And I was like, that's clearly not working out. So I want something different than what I'm getting now. So I was like, I want something totally different, something totally opposite. And then that's when I met my boyfriend. And he was perfect. Like he checked all the fucking boxes. Like he was perfect. And so, but I used to always tell people too, I was like, he's not the typical guy that I date because he wasn't. But it didn't matter. He was my perfect boyfriend. So when we broke up, do you think I was going to let him go? Fuck no. Let me go get that man back. Let me go get that man back. I dated enough losers. Not anymore. Not anymore. So you have to make the decision of what is it that you want in a perfect boyfriend. Okay. Who is it that you want in a perfect boyfriend? And then become that. Assume that you have that. And you will. But you basically have to create your perfect boyfriend. You can't leave it up to somebody else. Okay, that's not how that works. So get clear on what you want in a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Get clear on the features, the qualities, how they treat you, how they make you feel, all that shit. Write it down. Okay. And then watch, you'll very quickly meet somebody. If you don't have anybody in mind right now, you will literally meet somebody that checks all those fucking boxes. Yeah, and you can tell yourself, like, I literally just met my dream man. I met my dream man. I literally just met my dream man. And they will show up. They will show up. So it's really all you got to do. It's really all you got to do. It's only a manifestation is only as complicated as you choose to make it. It's only as complicated as you choose to make it. Okay. Manifestation is not difficult, right? It's not difficult because it's something that you were doing your entire life, just on autopilot. So here you're learning how to control what you're manifesting. Okay. And you're learning how to control yourself so that you can get everything else that you want. Because that's what life's all about. It's not about living a mediocre life with the love of your life. Fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't living no mediocre life with the love of my life. No, I want my cake and eat it too. And then, like, I think it was James said, and then go get another cake. How do we get over being impatient, waiting on 3D catching up, and not overthinking? Eleanor, you don't need to get over being impatient. Fuck that. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. Why on earth would I want to get over being impatient? No, I'm very impatient about my shit. So because of that, I'm going to persist. I'm so impatient that I'm not going to wait a damn long time. So I'm going to persist. And if I got to persist all fucking day long so I can ensure that my shit shows up tomorrow, that's exactly what I'm going to do. If I have to discipline my mind by distracting my thoughts 24/7 to ensure that I don't waver and that I'm on track, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm not waiting on shit. For what? But none of you should be waiting on anything. The 3D is not catching up. Okay, it's not catching up. It's not this long, drawn-out process where it's like, oh, I just got to wait till the 3D catches up. No. No, you don't. The 3D is always confirming. It's always confirming yesterday's assumptions, okay? So whatever's in your 3D right now is only based on yesterday's thoughts, yesterday's assumptions. So what shows up tomorrow, guess what that's on? Today's assumptions, today's thoughts. Because there's no moment, there's no 3D catching up. There's no future, guys. There's no future. It's always the point of now. Future doesn't exist. You set a date for the future, yeah. But when you get married in the future? No. When you set a date for your wedding, well, when you wake up that morning, what is today? It's today. It's always today. It's always the moment of now. 1 minute from now, when that clock turns 1 minute from now, what is it? Now. There's no fucking future. So, but as long as you guys are wording affirmations that imply future, that's why they're not happening. As long as you're waiting, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. Because your 3D is constantly only reflecting your thoughts. It's only reflecting your thoughts back onto you. So you really don't need... I'm proud of you, girl. Who is that? Okay, so I just have one SP that started to talk with Thursday. No news from him since yesterday evening. He texted me saying, I prefer we stop talking. Okay, so the only reason he's texting you, Cruz, saying, I do, Sanchi, but the links are in the bio. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. But the only reason why he's telling you what he's telling you, first of all, Cruz, I know this ain't your first day, bitch. So we are not going to listen to what the fuck he said. Okay, that's what we're not going to do. You're not listening to what the hell came out of his mouth. Fuck what came out of his mouth. We don't care about that shit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay? Second of all, what you have to understand is yourself is the problem. Look at that, Cyrus. That's growth. Yourself is always the problem. Okay, the only reason why he's telling you that is because of, look at your first sentence. You said you have an SP that you started to talk with Thursday. No news from him since yesterday evening. Okay, so role play real quick in your mind from Thursday to yesterday evening. Did you question? Did you question anything? In fact, did you text him from Thursday to now? How did those texts go? Were you pushing? Were you forcing the 3D? Were you asking questions? And then he hits you with the, I prefer we stop talking. A lot of you guys want that. A lot of you guys push for confirmation from your SPs. You'll like probe them because you want them to confirm, and you're like, they're not confirming, so let me probe them for confirmation. No, that's what you have to understand. They're always confirming. 24/7 they're confirming. So you don't have to ask them questions. You don't have to do none of that shit because they're always confirming. But if you push for confirmation from your SP, you want to know what they're going to confirm? Take one guess. What the fuck you don't want to hear? Yeah, that's what they're going to confirm all day long. Every time you ask a question, they'll give you the answer you don't want to hear. But it's only because you wouldn't have asked that question if you knew the answer. But you're only asking that question like, are we good? Everything all right? Because you're assuming the opposite. That's why you're asking a question. You wouldn't need to be like, is everything all right if you knew everything was great? So therefore you say, is everything all right? He's like, I guess so. So then, because at first he may not tell you what you didn't want to hear, right? But he alludes to something's not all great. Or he'll say, yeah. And then you're like, what does he mean by that? Is he sure? Like, I'm not getting the everything is great vibe. So you ask it, so you probe again. You try to force a 3D again. And then guess what happens? Now you get the answer you didn't want. Now you get the answer you didn't want. That's how this works. That's how this works. Okay? You can't do that. Glitter Sparkles, I want you to take a look. Be brutally honest with yourself, okay? Okay? No, just move forward, Cruz. Just move forward. Just persistent perfect boyfriend. Just don't worry about revising. Just move forward. Because he could have told you that today. Who gives a fuck what he said? What you read is, God, I miss you so much. All I do is think about you. That's all you read. Okay? And then, no? For what? For what? No. Don't answer him. Change it in here. Persist in here. Only see the version of him that you want and change it in here. Change it in here. And check your thoughts. Okay? You have to check your thoughts throughout the day because, you know, you thought he was cold, so you made the assumption that he didn't like the you thought you also had the opposing thought that maybe he didn't like your pictures you post on TikTok. Well, guess what he now probably didn't like? He probably could care less until you thought that, and now he has a problem with it. Okay? Howdy. I love those things. Okay, so Glitter Sparkles. I want you to take a look at your descriptions of both SPs, okay? The one that you like and the one that you don't. Okay? Or the one that you want and the one that you don't want. I want you to take a look at both of them. Okay, this is for all of you that have two SPs, right? But typically it's like you have two SPs, you have multiple SPs, but typically you want one SP, but then when you start affirming, when you start focusing and affirming for an SP, sometimes I've had this with clients, is that another SP will reach out and another SP will start to conform. Okay, so if that's the case, you have to take a look at how am I describing both of my SPs. If I was to call you and be like, describe this SP, you're going to have a description. Now, if I was to say, now describe the other SP, you're going to have a totally different description. That's why one is conforming, and you'll know certain things about the SP that's conforming too, because I ran into this with one of our members. Is one SP was conforming like it was going out of style. And I told her, I said, describe them to me. She did. And I said, your description of the SP that's fully conforming is very different than the SP that you want. Very different in the fact where she would say, like, I know that if I call him, he'd answer. I also know that if I needed anything, he would bring it to me. I know this, I know that. Like, she knew a lot about this SP. And that was the one conforming. So I told her, I said, okay, first of all, you're going to take everything that you know about that SP and you're going to put it in the other one that you want to conform. Take everything you know about this one and we're going to put it in this one. And so that's what she did. Well, guess who's conform? I said, and then also affirm that, tell yourself that the SP that's conforming, he just wants to be friends. And so, guess what? Now, SP she wants is conforming. Very fast, too. Very fast. It all comes down to how you describe them. Should I reach out first? He stopped texting me 11 days ago. Okay, Diamond April. Ask yourself, let me ask you this. Okay, if you texted him right now, do you know if he would respond? How does it make you feel, first of all, to text him, to think about texting him right now? Do you know how he would respond? And do you know what he would, and do you know how he would respond?
Don't touch the road. Actually.
Okay, so yes, you know he would respond. Now tell me how he would respond. Do you know if he would respond in a loving way? How would he answer? What's your description of him? Because if he could answer, but be an asshole in his response, okay? Well, then what the fuck are you doing, Diamond? Get a grip, bitch. Get a grip. What are you doing? What if he would answer, if you know he'd answer, and he would act like nothing has happened, then what's your problem? What is your problem? Because obviously then that means that you're doing something that's going against what you're manifesting, because you feel like you're always chasing. Okay, so that means that you've got him on that pedestal. Okay, that means that you have him on that pedestal and you can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. So you need to change your description of him. Okay, so you may have a very great description of him. Okay, however, at the same time, even though you have a great description of him, you're not viewing him as pursuing you, as being that one that's constantly trying to get your attention. Like, he's constantly trying to get my attention. He will do he texts me all day, every day. Like, Jesus Christ, he won't even leave me alone. You're not seeing that version of him. So therefore, he treats you like an option. You're not seeing yourself as the priority in his life, that he's constantly making time for me. I'm his only priority. Like, he drops everything to fucking talk to me. Like, no matter what he's doing, where he's at, he always makes time for me. Okay, so that's where you have to take yourself and him, and you're here, bitch, and you're gonna stay here, and this man is gonna stay right here, and he's gonna do whatever the fuck you tell him he's gonna do, because you have to describe him differently. You have to describe him differently. You guys can't be describing your SPs as good men. Ask me how I know that shit. Good, because there's a lot of good men out there, and they're a good man and break up with you so sweet. They break up with you so sweet, where they're like, because they're good men. That was mine. That was mine. Because I've been doing this for a lot. I manifested my SP back. And I've helped a lot of people do the same. I manifested my SP back, and then decided to really focus on helping all of you manifest your SPs back within 4 weeks, in just the past 4 weeks. And so because of that, it's been, because I refined the process, because mine took 4 whole weeks. So I'd like to speed it up for you guys. But the amount of testimonials I have from people getting movement, just join my free WhatsApp community. Just go in success stories. You guys are going to see them all day long. The amount of success stories I have it's probably even more now than people who have been doing this shit for years. But that's because I know how to manifest an X back, because I did it. A lot of people teach law of assumption or parrot Neville Goddard, and they've never actually manifested their SPs back. That ain't the same. Manifesting money isn't the same as manifesting an SP back. Not the same at all. I mean, the only thing that's the same is robotically affirming. So, and you guys get stuck on when you guys come into the law of assumption, they screw you up, because it's all like robotic affirming, live in the end of marriage, and just robotically affirm. That's cool and all. That's cool, but it's not easy to live in the end of marriage. when your 3D shows you the opposite. This is why you've been doing this shit, trying to do this for years and haven't gotten anywhere, because that's not what it takes. Okay. On top of that, just deciding is fucking stupid, because it's not that easy either, because you have a history with your SP, right? So you can't just decide, you know. And then robotic affirming, the only reason why robotic affirming is effective is because it's designed to distract your thoughts. It's not the fact that you're robotic affirming. That's not what's manifesting, because, oh, if I just robotically affirm, it has to manifest. No. Because if that's all it took, because let's think logically here. Thanks, Christian. Thanks, Mystical Willow. Let's think from a logical perspective here, right? Because that's what I bring logic into this, okay? Because our conscious mind is the logical part of our brain, okay? So if you think logically here for just a second, you say, okay, if all I had to do was robotically affirm to get whatever I wanted, wouldn't everybody have their manifestation? Wouldn't everybody have their SPs? Yeah, they would. Because robotic affirming is not all it takes, okay? Especially when it comes to SPs. There's a couple more factors involved in manifesting your SP back, okay? But robotic affirming disciplines your mind, okay? So if you're robotically affirming as much as you can throughout the day, you can't think two thoughts at the same fucking time. So if you're robotically affirming, then your mind is focused on your affirmations, on what you want, and there's no time for the negative shit to get in there. Not at all. So I want you guys, just for a hot little second, let's play a game. I just want you for a hot little second to pretend, okay? Get delusional and pretend that your SP is your perfect boyfriend right now. Just pretend right now. Thanks, Christian. Stick around. Watch my videos. I only teach shit that works over and over and over again. Because it works. Okay, so let's do an exercise together, okay? So I want you guys to, just for a second, expect perfect boyfriend. Just for, well, not a second, for 10 minutes, okay? I want you to just expect perfect boyfriend. Perfect girlfriend, perfect husband, perfect wife, whatever, okay? I want you just for a second to expect that shit right now. We're expecting perfect boyfriend, perfect SP, okay? Now, you're going to get out your phones. Yeah, it's time for the photo method, bitches. I just re-recorded that video yesterday. So now you're going to get out your phones. You're going to pull up a picture of your SP. Everybody get out your phones and pull up, or whatever, and pull up a picture of your SP. We're doing now. Now remember, we are expecting perfect SP. Checks all the fucking boxes. No, not every time. Not every time. I do believe you should script it out, but no, you could just throughout the day say, he's my perfect boyfriend. Okay? SP is specific person. Usually it's an ex. Or celebrity. Whoever you want to manifest. Hi, Balia. Okay, so we've got our pictures of our SPs out, and we're expecting perfect boyfriend, okay? You have to start expecting something from this person, okay? You are holding, and you are just right now assuming perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend to me. If you need help with this, then go back to the time when he was your perfect fucking boyfriend. And remember who he was back then, okay? And hold on to that. We're bringing him back right now. We're bringing him back right now, perfect fucking boyfriend. Now, if you are expecting perfect boyfriend, then it's not hard to expect a text, okay? So if you're assuming right now, for a little bit, perfect boyfriend, then it's not hard, because I need to get you guys to expect something different. Expect something different from your SPs, okay? Okay, perfect. I need you to start expecting something different from your SPs, okay? So here's what I want. So we're going to do the photo, what I call the photo method. We do this every time on my live, okay? So if you cannot, this is why I say living in the end, when your 3D shows you the opposite, is very hard to do, because for most people, unless you are extremely disciplined, okay? Because if you can't even expect a text or a contact from your SP, how in the fuck are you honestly going to expect to be in a relationship with this man? Let alone marriage. If you literally can't even expect a text from him, for him to contact you. Okay, so I want you guys to hold on to that version of your SP that he was for you. That one that won your heart, the one that you love, okay? We're bringing him back real quick, okay? We're going to bring him back real quick. Okay, you're going to hold on to that version of him right now, okay? Now, if you're holding on to perfect boyfriend, the one who won your heart, didn't he text you all the time? Wasn't he constantly checking in with you? Wasn't he constantly talking to you? Yes, of course. Wasn't he pursuing you? Yes, of course. Wasn't he chasing you? Yes, they were. So we're bringing that version of your SP back right now, okay? Where he did all the things. He did all the things. And you're going to remember that version of your SP right now, okay? Right now. I'm getting there, D-bitch. Patience. Welcome, Jess. Welcome, girl. Send me a texty. And tell me who you are. Okay, so you've got this. You've got your picture up. You're bringing back old version, the one that you love, the one that texted you all the damn time. Okay, who told you everything. Okay, that version is here right now. Okay, now you have the picture of your SP. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put on your fucking crowns. Which, as you know, that's a joke because you should have never taken off your crown. Your crown should already be fucking on. It shouldn't ever be removed. Your crown stays on 100% of the time. Okay? So, now you're going to look at your photo of your SP. And you're going to give your commands because you're a queen and you're a fucking king. Got you, James. Yeah. You're a queen and a king of your fucking castle. Period. Okay? So, that's what this is about. Is you're going to give your commands, okay? You're expecting old version for just a moment. The guy who you love, the guy who texted you all the damn time, okay? That's who we're expecting right now to show up, okay? No, organically, Zen. You can command nicely. I just say it with a little bit of backbone. I mean, I don't yell at his ass. I'm just like, hey, you're texting me right now. That's literally how I say it. I'm like, you're texting me right now. You're literally texting me right now. Okay, so I'm not like yelling at his picture enraged. Okay, so now you've got the picture out. Now you're going to give your commands. So if you're, and I don't give a shit, I did not ask what your circumstances were because circumstances don't matter. Okay. Now it is, Mary. Now it is. Okay, so we're going to sit there and now we're going to, if you're in no contact with your SP or you're in contact, but it's not consistent contact, you're going to give the same command, okay? You're going to command them to text you right now. You could say, contact me, you're contacting me right now, you're calling me right now. Whatever you say, it's going to unfold naturally. So if you say you're texting me right now, but they're not a texter, they're a caller, they're going to call you, okay? They're going to reach out to you however they would naturally reach out to you, okay? But the key here is to expect that behavior from your SP because if you're bringing back the old version we just talked about, the one who texted you all the damn time, and that's who that's who you want, that's who you're expecting he is right now for you, then you're going to expect him to text you on the spot. On the spot. Okay? I just said I don't give a shit about your circumstance. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you blocked him. You can block him. It doesn't matter. If he has to send you a fucking Venmo, he'll send you a Venmo. If he has to send you an email, he will send you an email. Don't trip. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're not going to wait. We don't wait for shit around here, okay? Yes, you are. Exactly, an apologetic queen. You're moving to the next step, okay? So, I don't do co-hosts. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do, okay? So you're going to command contact, okay? You're contacting me right now. You're contacting me right now. Or you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it, Angela. Don't accept that shit. Don't accept that shit. Don't accept it. My client was told that 2 weeks ago, and now she's living with her SP. She was literally told that 2 weeks ago. So, now she's living with him. Okay, so so you're going to initiate contact, okay? You're not initiating, you're telling him to contact you, okay? You're calling me right now. You're calling me right now. You're going to do this while I go to the ladies' room and take a little break, okay? Now, the second thing, now if you're in constant contact, we're moving to the next step. You're coming to see me today or right now. You're coming to see me right now. You're coming to see me today, whatever you want, okay? You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. Now, I will tell you how you will know if you're expecting it. That's right. They'll send a singing telegram. They'll come knock on your fucking door. They'll do whatever they got to do to get a hold of you. Okay? Because you're expecting one thing or another. Understand this. Right now, we're expecting old version, the one that won our heart, the one that you love. We're expecting him to show up now. That's who he is now for you. Okay? So it's not hard to expect a text because that's what he did when you loved him, when he was with you. Okay? So that's what we're expecting right fucking now. Do you understand? Okay. He has to conform. Understand that. He will do it the minute you expect him to do it. And the only way you're going to expect that behavior is if you're persisting in your perfect boyfriend. Your perfect boyfriend, of course, is going to text you. Okay, so once you do this, what's going to happen is you're going to put your fucking phone down and go about your day. You're going to put your phone down and go about your day. That's what you're going to do. Because the minute you do that, it pops up. The minute you do that, that's knowing, okay? That kind of behavior is knowing. Like, I just know he's going to text me. So what do I need to be like, refresh the fucking phone for? What do I need to stare at my phone for, waiting for the text to come through? For what? I just know he's going to text me. He has to.
You want to put your feet in the water?
It's impossible for him not to. So I'll just go ahead and start assuming now. We need to start expecting something different now. This is part of your fucking problems. This is part of your problems. Hold the questions. Okay? This is, you can see, every time we do this, you guys come in here with circumstance after circumstance after circumstance. What about this? What about this? Fuck all of that. Did I ask you? Did I ask you? I don't think I did. Hey, Brown Eye Crystal. Did I ask you? I don't think I did. I did not ask you. So I don't invite your circumstances. I will not. Look, here's one thing you need to understand about me. I will never tolerate or accept you fighting for your limitations, you arguing for your circumstances. I won't accept it here. Do you understand? Because that doesn't get you your shit. All that does is create more shit you don't want. So I'm not going to let you do that here. Do you understand? So get a grip and do this. Do this now. Expect the version that you love to show up right now. Expect something fucking different than what you're getting. So go back to that time. Immerse yourself. Of course he texts me. Why wouldn't he? He's my perfect fucking boyfriend. Have that mentality and do what I said and put your fucking phone down and move about your day. You understand? Good. Do it now. Okay? Do it right now. And we're back. Excuse me. And now we're back. So. It'll work on whoever you want it to work on. Okay? Now here's the thing. Just so you guys know. Excuse me. I had to go let the people at the pool know that I'm about to bitch at you. I said, in case you hear me yelling like a lunatic. Which, funny, the person at the pool right now is the people that I told you. I let them, I could save their marriage, but I enjoyed, they're my daily entertainment. Okay, so listen, guys. Okay, listen. You guys drive me nuts. Okay? You guys drive me nuts because when we do this fucking whenever we do this exercise, here come all your limitations. Constantly. Well, what if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? What if this? Stop doing that. Stop with the limitations. Stop fighting for your resistance. Why are you doing that? Well, how do you expect? I don't know. Start expecting the best in them. Why is that difficult? Why is it difficult? Because how's it working out for you to expect the worst in them? How's that working out for you? Because all you're doing is getting more worse. Ghosting you. You're allowing them to do this shit. But you're creating this. So what is your problem? What is your problem? You need to do things differently. This is what's been happening. Okay? You're creating this because it's, well, what if this? What if this? Well, what if he's avoided? Well, what if I'm blocked? Well, what if this? Well, what if that? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any of that. Did I ask about any of that shit? Do I acknowledge any of that shit? No, because it doesn't matter. You need to stop doing what you're doing because this is your problems. This is why you, thanks, Cyrus. This is why you don't have what you have or what you want. This is why you don't have what you want because all you do is bitch, bitch, bitch. Circumstance, 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 circumstance. That's all you do. That's all you do. Expect the worst, expect the worst, expect the worst. For what? For what? Oh, Kelly, that's the best one to do. I do that all the time. Okay? Yeah, that's it. It's all you have to do is start expecting the best in them. Start expecting your SP to conform exactly how you want them to be. Start expecting your boyfriend or your girlfriend, husband or wife to be the perfect person that you want for them. Why on earth would you want to expect the opposite? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And you know it doesn't. So stop doing that. I'm here to get you guys to stop doing that shit. Because it doesn't matter. I give up my life for you. Do you understand? I'm here 7 days a week because I want you guys to get a grip on yourself. You need to get a fucking grip. And stop with the bullshit. Because this is exactly what stalls your manifestations, is you guys can't fucking help yourself, but try to get impatient and you equate impatience to forcing the fucking 3D. How's that working out? Every time you force the 3D, I don't need you to take my word for it. Just take a look at your track record. Every time you're forcing the 3D, what happens? You're getting responses you don't want. They're conforming how you don't want them to be. They're telling you all the things you don't want to hear. They're hurting your feelings. Why are you doing that? When you know you have to do that here. Here, here, here. Not out here. If you want something different out here, you have to do it fucking here. That's it. You're the boss. So why are you acting like a fucking employee? Right now, you're giving your boss status to your SP. And you're acting like his fucking employee. Why? No, he's your fucking employee. And you're the boss. So when you give commands as a boss, do you expect them to do what you told them to do? Thanks organically. Of course you do. So what the fuck is your problem? What is your problem? You need to stop that nonsense. Do you understand? It doesn't make any sense. I see this every day I wake up and you guys piss me off. I can't even have a pleasant morning in the morning. Not at all. If I want pleasant morning, I have to go into the WhatsApp community. And half the time, It's unpleasant there too sometimes, but it's getting better. It's getting better. But every time I wake up, somebody's in my text saying, I screwed up. I couldn't help myself. I reacted. I spiraled. For what? For what? There's no way you can spiral if you do what I fucking tell you to do. And that's discipline your mind. That's what your affirmations are for, is to prevent you from spiraling. You can't spiral if you would flip the thought when you have it and then affirm through it. How the fuck do you spiral that way? The only reason you're spiraling is because you're not doing what I said and you're going after negative thought, negative thought, negative thought, negative thought. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Get a grip. Get a grip. Do you understand? Of course, he's going to contact you right now. In fact, he's contacting you right now. Period. Accept nothing less than that. If you're truly wearing your fucking crowns, then you would expect that version of him. The second you expect that version of him, he shows up instantly. It's not a delay. There's not a time waiting where you got to, I got to wait because I am expecting this man now and he's going to show up in a month from now. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not how it works. At all. Do you understand? So get a grip. Get a grip. Because I told you guys, you have to learn how to do this shit now, because what's the game plan when they come back? For you to push them away all over again? That doesn't make no fucking sense. And you know it doesn't. So you need to start now. Expecting the best from them. Because either way, you're expecting something. So why would you want to expect them to not talk to you, to not want to be with you, to not want anything to do with you? Why the fuck would you want to expect that shit? That's fucking stupid, and you know it's stupid. You know it's stupid. So expect something different, and guess what you're going to get? Something different. This is not fucking rocket science. This is logic. What you're thinking about all the time, you're bringing about. Like, duh. Take a look. Take a look. And how's your method been working out for you? How's it been working? I know how my method's working out for me. And that's why I'm here to try and help you stop being a victim and get a grip on yourself, on what it is that you want, and get what you want. Your SP to be exactly who you expect him to be for you. Get that man back. You've wasted enough time bullshitting around in your thoughts, and now here we are. And now here you are. Your method isn't working. What you're doing clearly isn't working. So I'm here to help you do things differently, because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. I'm living with my SP, for Christ's sakes. So I'm here to help you get yours back. But it seems like I care about you manifesting your SP back more than you fucking care. That doesn't make any sense. So get a grip. You're right, because you would have never lost your SP in the first place if you knew what you were fucking doing. So get a grip. I'm not even going to entertain this. Do you have to stop texting him for it to work? Mohanty, let's call you by your last name. I can't imagine manifesting a text from him. You can't manifest a text from him. Why? As long as you keep telling yourself that you... Did you not hear what the fuck I just said? Were you not paying attention? If you say, I can't even manifest a text from him, guess what? You're not going to manifest a text from him. What you're telling yourself is producing every fucking day. Every day. And no, you don't have to stop texting him, but it depends on what you're texting this person. If you're texting him, pleading your case, begging and sounding desperate as fuck, then yeah, stop texting him. Because all that's doing is pushing him away. You're chasing. You need to be chased. You need to put yourself on that pedestal, darling. You need to put yourself on that pedestal. You need to do what we talked about, darling. And you need to remove that gutter trash, period. Like, fuck, he doesn't want any of that shit. She's fucking crazy. He can't stand anything about her. He fucking hates her. That's all you have to do. And keep telling yourself, no one compares to me. And remind yourself who he was with first. Obviously, he doesn't care about that shit. Obviously, he loved everything about you. Obviously, he loved you. Bring that back. Bring that back and stay focused. Fuck what she has. I don't give a shit what she has. Neither do you. Neither do you. That could all be, you're not her. So you have to remind yourself that what you see online isn't real. Okay? It isn't real. Just because she has a practice doesn't mean it's doing any good. She could be having a dying practice for all you know. It's not real online. You guys got to stop feeding energy into what the fuck you see on the internet. It's not fucking real. It's not real. Who cares if they follow supermodels? Who gives a shit? Who cares what you see? Because your subconscious mind only knows what you tell yourself. So tell yourself what you want your shit to be, not what you see. That's all it is. That's all you have to do. Discipline yourself. Jesus. Yes, Abby, exactly. Exactly. Because you are always proving yourself right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't need confirmation for shit. You're always proving yourself right. So what do you want to be right about? You want to be right that he doesn't want to be with you, that he blocked you, because you give a shit what the fuck comes out of his mouth? Do you think I care what anyone says if it's not something that I like? Do you think I care what you say? No. On these lives here, do you think I give a shit when somebody on the internet comes on my live and has anything to say? If I don't agree with it, nope. If they don't tell me what I want to hear, I don't give a shit. I'm not listening. For what? For what? In fact, I'll delete that whole last message. Why? Because I don't want to keep looking at it. You have to get good at assigning positive meaning to everything. And say, oh, he is so in love with me. He absolutely wants to be with me. He'll do anything to be with me. Look at him trying to get my attention. That's what you should be telling yourself about every fucking thing that they do. And put yourself on that fucking pedestal. This is a self-concept thing, guys. You guys need to see yourself as that bad bitch. Like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, are you serious? Who wouldn't want me? Who the fuck wouldn't want me? I'm the damn prize. I'm the prize. There's no one that compares to me. You guys end up thinking that you guys create these assumptions that don't benefit you. That don't benefit you, darling. He doesn't care about materialistic shit. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Focus on your journey. Don't breathe life into that at all. At all. Okay? That's where I'm so confused as to where you guys find it so easy to, hey, Jimmy, you guys are like, you know what? I'd rather just have him be a total fucking asshole. You know what? Yeah, I'd rather just expect asshole version. Why on earth would I want to expect nice version? That's fucking ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Why on earth would I want my boyfriend to be the best boyfriend in the world? Instead, I'd rather choose the worst. Problem solved. That's so easy. So easy for me just for me to want asshole version. The guy who doesn't want me version. I'd rather just pick him. I'm fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's so dumb. So that's why I don't understand why it's hard. And I tell you guys this, I don't understand why it's hard for you to select perfect boyfriend. That's who you want to be with, right? Isn't that who you want to marry? Isn't that who you want? So why on earth is it hard for you to select that version? Who the hell wants to sit here? I did, who? I did. Wrong color, but it's okay. It works. And I didn't fry my shit. Double bonus. I literally set a timer and then I got distracted with WhatsApp messages and I'm like, oh shit. I panicked. I was 5 minutes late. to washing it out. Thanks, Crystal. So that's what you need to remember is who's the man that I want to marry? Is it this guy that I'm seeing and not liking now? Or is it the guy that I fell in love with? So why would I continue to want to select and react to who I'm having now when I can change who he is right now? Right now. It's not a long process. It's not a long process. If you would just describe him as your perfect boyfriend, guess what? Tomorrow, guess what you're going to get? Perfect boyfriend. They conform quickly. They conform very, very quickly. Exactly. That's why it's important for you guys to do this shit now. Everything you're doing now is for you. Instantly. The second you expect something different, boom, there it shows up. The second you expect him to text you, he will. The second you expect him to be the perfect boyfriend and just know, he will conform. That's why I said you guys don't need to confirm shit. He will automatically confirm. Because you know what they're going to do? They're going to do the complete turnaround. The second you start seeing him as perfect wife, perfect husband, perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend, boom, all of a sudden you will start to see a different version of them show up. And you might sometimes get bits and pieces. Okay, if you get bits and pieces of them, that's fine. That's fine. But this is where the discipline comes in, because you can't react to the turnaround. Everything they do, everything they say, however they treat you, it doesn't matter. Perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend, perfect boyfriend. He is so in love with me. Oh my God, he is so in love with me. I don't give a shit if he told you the opposite 2 seconds ago and he was like, you know what, I don't think we should talk anymore. He is so in love with me. Y'all gotta stop accepting shit that you don't like. Stop accepting things that you don't like. Thanks, Organically Zen Skincare. You have to stop doing that because you're automatically switching versions all the time. What version do you want? What version do you want? I certainly want happy, loving, committed relationship with my perfect boyfriend. I certainly don't want happy, loving, committed relationship with an asshole. You have to see them differently. And I'm Jesus Christ. This is fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid to me because it's like, he was a great guy, wasn't he? Like, you don't date somebody that you don't like. That's dumb. Okay? So he was that perfect person for you, which is why you're manifesting him back. Okay? He absolutely was that perfect version of himself. And then you changed him. He didn't change. You changed him through how you started to see him through the course of your relationship. As you hit rocky patches, you started to change how you saw him. And guess what you got? More of that version. More of that version. So therefore the arguing that was, randomly here and there that you got over and got back on track. Well, now it's happening what? Little more frequent. And now you're stepping even further into that assumption because you guys see everything as your you guys see everything as confirmation, but not in a good way, where you're like, see, of course, because you put that shit out there. You're the one assuming the shit. And all they're doing is confirming your inner conversations, your thoughts, your assumptions. And then you're proving yourself right. And you're like, see, I told you. See, I told you. He just said it. Of course he fucking did. Because you created that. So if you can create the breakup, why can't you create the makeup? It's not hard to persist in a different version of your SP. It's not difficult. See right there, ladies, what I always tell you about men. They're logical and they want simplicity, which is why I don't need anyone to tell me who's the aggressor in arguments. I don't need anyone to tell me what sex is the aggressor in arguments. It's typically the ladies. Because you ladies can't thanks Willis, because you ladies can't shut the fuck up. You cannot help yourself. I must have the last word all damn day. Oh no, let me tell you, I'm not fucking done with you, bitch. Yeah, let me tell you. You guys, ladies, feel like you have to just tell them every fucking thing. Moles, you... Let this be an example. Let Moles comment be a fucking example of what I'm talking about. Julia, it was fully yours. It was 100% you. 100% you. And I'll tell you why. Okay, Moles, get a fucking grip. Who the fuck gets stressed out because you were left on red and loses their mind while you know he's at work? That sounds fucking stupid. So learn from this. And don't do it again. Do you understand? Do not do that shit again. You have to take accountability. You have to take responsibility because, okay, we'll walk through memory lane real quick. Okay, real quick, we'll walk down memory lane because it'll make a sense to you. And it's how ironic is this that I'm talking right now and a boyfriend and girlfriend are fighting. She's crying and he walked the other way. I want to help everybody. I don't want that to be you guys. Okay? I don't want that for you. Because that's what's happening right now. Okay? Okay. So let's walk down memory lane a little bit. Let's go back in time. You met your SP, because I got a lot of new people here, and they will all click, 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 okay? You met your SP, and you were like, oh, this guy is hot. Or a lady, okay? And then you started talking, started hanging out, and you were like, man, this is like, he's checking all the boxes. Like, yes, he is, things are going great. So therefore, feelings start to get caught. Start spending a lot of time together, right? Start dating, and you guys your relationship starts escalating really fast. Feelings are getting stronger. Everything is great because you are in the euphoric of, man, this is the perfect, like everything is great. That's the vibe you're in. You're in everything is great state between you and SP. So therefore, everything goes up. Now you guys are saying, I love you, and you're all in love, and everything's great. Then you have a disagreement that turns into an argument because one of you can't shut the fuck up. And so you guys have this argument. And so now you're done with the argument. And the guy goes about his day. Doesn't give a shit. He's over it. Now he goes about, he's probably sitting on the couch watching TV. But you, no, the argument verbally is over, but definitely not over. Not over. Because the arguing commences here. And now you're bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching. This motherfucker, how dare him talk to me that way? I cannot believe what he said to me. He said this, he said that, he said this. Who the fuck does he think he is? Right? You had that issue. Now, a lot of you aren't even done there. Now you're all done in your head. And now you go back and confront him again like, oh, we're not done with this argument. Sound familiar? And so now you keep repeating the argument. So now the argument's over. And you guys make up, everything's great, go back to lovey-dovey mode. And then you have another disagreement, another argument. And the same thing happens. You argue, arguing commences here. You start bitching about him, bitching about him, bitching about him. Now, over the course of your relationship, you'll notice the arguing tends to all of a sudden become a little more frequent. Right? You went all this time no argument. Now you have an argument. Now arguing tends to become a little more frequent. And that's because you now are changing how you're viewing said SP. You've bitched about him to everybody who will listen about your argument, right? College friends, to your family, all about what an asshole he's being and how he's treating you meanly and he's not doing the things that you want and how things are just difficult and, and you're just bitching and having a whole guilty party in your head. And now you're starting to, and over time, now you're starting to see him differently. And now you're starting to question your relationship. Does he even love me anymore? Does he even, like, are we good? Are we supposed to be like, are we going to be together? Like, are we going to be together? Does he still want to be with me? Is there someone else? And a lot of you will ask him. A lot of you will ask them, are we good? Are you breaking up with me? Is this over? And then the breakup happens. Well, that's because you caused it. That is because you went from, he's my perfect boyfriend, to, I'm not liking a lot of his shit. Instead, right now, because he's changing, right? He's changing over time. And now you're like, yeah, I'm not really liking this guy. Like, I don't know where we stand, because he's been an asshole a lot lately. Like, he's super fucking moody. And now all of a sudden he went from treating you like a queen to treating you like an option. Like, not really a priority. You're starting to see the shift. He starts to withdraw. He starts to pull away. They start to pull away. That's exactly what caused the breakup. Oh, and then the breakup happens. Now, what do you guys do? Let me blow his shit up. I just got to talk to him. Let me just talk to him. Oh, I'll just call him 55,000 times because he didn't answer the 55,000 times I tried calling him. So let me just call him again. Maybe he'll answer that time. Oh, he didn't answer that. Let me just send him 55,000 text messages. Let me just blow his shit up there. He's not answering that. Oh, he has an Instagram. Let me go ahead and send him some DMs. I just need to talk to him. And a lot of you guys will take it one step further and be like, let me go to his house. Let me just go over. I just got to talk to him. If I could just talk to him and plead my case, everything will be okay. He'll understand. We'll get back together. Well, how'd that fucking work out? Because that's what happens every time. Because all you did was try to force a 3D and complete your case, and you did the chasing. And we all know what happens when you do the chasing. They pull away. And now you're fucking blocked. And now you're blocked. On every fucking thing. You go. This is where you have to be honest with yourselves. And I'm going to talk to you, the person that says that they were, everything was great, and then all of a sudden he blocked you on everything. That's impossible. That's impossible. You don't go from everything is fucking fantastic, peachy king jelly bean, to blocked on everything overnight. Unless you somewhere questioned your relationship, questioned him, questioned shit. You questioned something, because there's no way that happens. Literally. Everything was great in my relationship. We never argued. We never fought. We never had a disagreement. Well, maybe we had one, but like 20 minutes later, we're back on track. You know what I mean? We never had problems like that. It was perfect. We had the perfect relationship. But my parents said something that he didn't like, that offended him. And I cried about it. And he told me, he goes, you're perfect. You're absolutely perfect. And I cried about it, and I called my mom because I had had too much sake on my birthday. And I called my mom, and I said, I swear to God, if he breaks up with me, I'm never talking to you again. And I may have said something to him. I'm not sure. Had too much sake, right? But I questioned if we were good based on what happened. And the next day, I got my confirmation. I got my confirmation that we were not good. That's how that happens. That's exactly how that happens. But when you realize that, things change, because now you can get the makeup. Just as easy as you created the breakup. Because you can think about a breakup one time and have it manifest. That's why I strongly disagree with all these people fucking out there that tell you that you can't freaking manifest, that you don't have to flip your thoughts. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Because I have manifested a lot of negative, and usually it's the negative shit that manifests real fast because you didn't flip the thought. Just like you would have never had your breakup if you would have flipped your thoughts from, are we going to break up, to, oh no, everything is perfect. We have the best relationship. If you would have flipped those thoughts, the breakup probably would have never happened. But sadly, we didn't know what we know now, right? Because who the fuck is out here on the internet searching for how to manifest your SP while you're with them? Right? So typically, we didn't realize it. But now we're here to get him back. Okay? That's what you have to do. Is you have to keep your relationship alive. This is why I'm also working. This is why I work with married people too, with a married person. I did make the decision I'm not going to help people manifest married men, but I do have no problem working with people who are married because it only takes one person to save a marriage. It literally only takes one person to save a marriage because it's only one person that's creating the separation. The separation. But there's going to come a time when you're fed up. Okay, there came a time when I was fucking all done. I was like, no, this is bullshit. Law of attraction has wasted my time for far too long. Okay, I literally got nowhere with the law of attraction shit. I could not get a text message. I couldn't get shit. Gutter trash was still there, the whole bit. But it wasn't until I said, no, this is wrong. This is fucking wrong. And I'm all done with this shit. That's right. Divorces don't need to happen. And that's when I decided, I said, I've wasted, hey, Nicole and James. I decided I was fucking done. I was like, I'm done. It's been 7 months. I'm impatient as fuck. And the law of attraction had me sitting on the couch, laying on the couch, with my eyes closed to the world forever. Like 80 times a day, 18 times a day. Had me there thinking, something, and nothing was changing. So I was like, something's wrong. Let me get another technique. Yeah, Julia, you're checking. If you're checking, then you don't expect him to come back. You're never expecting something. You're never expecting what you want if you're checking for it. Because you don't have to check. They will conform. You will see it. They will reach out to you. They will talk to you. They will want to be with you. They will contact you. What's there to check? Oh. What's my view on tarot cards? I think save your fucking money. What do you need a tarot card reading for? I literally just told this story yesterday and the day before. There's a lady who went to a tarot card reader, and the tarot card reader told her that her boyfriend is going to break up with her in February. And guess what happened in February? She got broken up with. Her boyfriend left her. Okay? Her boyfriend left her. And now she's devastated. So now who do you think she's... I should make a video about that. So now who do you think she's working with? Me. Because she needs to get her SP back. And I said, you understand that the tarot card... She goes, she was right. The tarot card reader was right. I said, the tarot card reader wasn't fucking right. What are you talking about? No, she told you something. You chose to assume that she was right. Therefore, she was right. But it wasn't the tarot card reading. It was your assumption of that reading. You assumed she was right. And therefore, boom, the breakup. So therefore, all you did from that tarot card reading up until February is question every fucking thing. Like you were just it's like you were standing by idly waiting for the breakup. Is today the day? Is today the day? Is today the day? Yeah. Like, can you imagine February 1st? She's like, oh shit, today's the day. Today's the day. Oh my God, it's today the day. Right? And then the breakup happened because she manifested that shit. So I think save your money. The only thing I would do, when it came to tarot card readings is go to YouTube and go to pick a card readings. Because they're never going to tell you bad shit on the pick a card readings. They're trying to get followers, okay? They're trying to get subscribers, okay? And so they're not going to be like, your boyfriend's going to leave you tomorrow. People are unsubscribing like a motherfucker. So go look those tarot card readers up. Okay. And then do the pick card reading and pick a card. And if it's not what you like, it's not what you want to hear, it's cool. Just pick another card and just keep picking card until you get the one that you want. And then be like, fuck yeah, I knew that shit. Yes, totally my sign. That's what I did. That's what I did. I found those tarot card readings interesting. So when I'd be laying out at the pool, I'd freaking just, I would just go do the tarot card readings. And then I'd just keep picking a card until the bitch told me what I wanted to hear. And then the second she told me what I wanted to hear, I was like, hell yeah. See, I knew he's coming back. I knew he's coming back. And I rejected every fucking thing else. I was like, no, this isn't the card that I meant to pick. It's this one. Oh, oops. Finger slipped. I meant this card. But definitely don't take them at their fucking word. Don't take them at their word. Lana, you don't need to believe your affirmations. Okay, you don't need to believe them. You just need to keep saying them. But you do need to start expecting perfect boyfriend. You can't just affirm. You have to expect perfect boyfriend. You have to see him as your perfect boyfriend. If you don't see him as your perfect boyfriend for you, all the affirmations in the world aren't going to make a difference. Because if you don't see him as your perfect boyfriend, why would he want to be with you? He's not going to want to be with you. Okay. If you don't see perfect boyfriend, why would he call you? And if he does, probably not going to be very nice. It's probably not going to be very nice. Okay. So you have to, it's the way you describe him. It's the way you see your boyfriend. That's what's manifesting. That's what creates the change. Affirmations are designed to keep your thoughts in check. So therefore, you don't do what, where the fuck did you go? Where the fuck did you go? Yeah, I am. I'm available today, Sanchi, because my boyfriend is going to have lunch with his parents. Okay, well, one of you said some stupid shit. What'd you fucking say? I forgot what you fucking said. I'm getting impatient about my manifestation not coming fast enough despite the movement. Okay, Annie. Your manifestation isn't coming fast enough, bitch, because you are wavering in your version that you're selecting. Yeah, that's the only reason. Okay, you're seeing movement, right? You're getting the movement. But if you're not getting quicker movement, if you're not seeing it progress and you're not seeing it speed up and accelerate with the movement, first of all, you should be leveraging the movement, bitch. You know this. Leverage the movement to keep you going, right? To keep your assumptions. And you should be leveraging that movement. But if it's not happening fast enough, that is because you're wavering between versions of SP. Perfect SP, not so perfect SP. Perfect SP, flawed. Perfect SP, flawed. Second you persist in only perfect SP, he'll conform instantly to everything you've wanted. Very fast. That's where I tell you guys, if you fucking listen to me, then you will know that if you would persist in only perfect boyfriend and do your affirmations, because your affirmations are your fucking safety net to flip your thoughts, because you cannot affirm and think negatively against it at the same time. So I don't know why you're spiraling, whoever left that comment. I don't know why you're spiraling. For what? If you're spiraling in your thoughts, that is because you are not doing what I fucking told you to do. Affirmations are only every thought you have is an affirmation. Okay, but the only reason you're spiraling is because you're having negative thought, negative thought, negative thought, negative thought. And you're not doing what I said. Because you should have negative thought, positive thought, because you flipped the fucking thought. And then affirm, affirm, affirm. So now it's positive, 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 positive. The emotions don't matter. So if you're sad, angry, pissed off, it doesn't fucking matter. You just affirm anyway. But you cannot let your thoughts align with the emotion unless your emotion is happy-go-lucky. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can affirm for other things too. Yeah, the goal is to distract your mind. okay, to distract your mind. So I would affirm for all kinds of different things, but mainly SP because that was what I wanted at first. That was my main priority. That's all you have to do. All you have to do. Oh yeah, hypnosis. My hypnosis sessions are actually done by my mother. She's a master hypnotherapist. So she does the hypnosis sessions, but I can also do them for you. It doesn't matter. I'm a master hypnotherapist too, so it doesn't matter. I can do them for you. But it's done virtually, where basically we do an assessment, right, of what it is that you want and so forth, and then I put you under hypnosis, and then I basically give you all the suggestions given your situation. Or I can do a customized one for you. I can do a personalized one for you too, where it's like a tape that you have that you play over and over again, like at night or in the daytime, whenever the fuck you want. Okay, hypnosis doesn't knock you out. I mean, you can fall asleep under hypnosis, no big deal, but it just puts you in a hyper relaxed state. So it's kind of like you're in a daydream state where you can hear somebody talking, but you're so relaxed you don't respond to what they're saying. Like you can hear them talking, but you can't hear what they're saying, if that makes sense, right? Because you're kind of like spaced off, but you can just hear noise in the background. That's what that is. But it's highly effective. Hypnosis is just because it puts you in sats basically, and all of your assumptions and everything about you is stored in the subconscious mind. So that's where we need to rewire that bad boy. Right on it. I think it is. I think it's very great to loop something while you sleep. If you guys are sleeping alone, yes, I got you, Ingrid. If you guys are doing something alone, if you guys are sleeping alone, then yeah, why not? Why not? I would fall asleep listening to shit at night. I'm from Cali, girl. California. Okay, so I'm not going to push this coaching call back because I did it already yesterday for you guys, and I can't do it to this girl again because she needs to get her shit right and tight. Okay, so if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, so that we can, I let you guys talk. This is my superpowers. I let you guys talk, dish it all out, let it go, because I find exactly what the problem is, and then I help you recreate your SP to be exactly who you expect them to be for you. I tell you exactly how to do it as well. And I give you your plan, so you're golden, okay? And you know exactly what to do. I help you curate some affirmations that based on your situation where you guys are at, and y'all are good to go. So, and then you also get tech support coaching with me as well, because I always want you guys to check in. I want to know where you're going wrong after our session. Now, I don't bitch at you on my coaching sessions, but if you think you're going to come in my fucking shit after that and tell me you're spiraling and you're wavering and all this stupid shit, enforcement 3D, well, let the bitching commence. And that is because it's my job to keep you on track, to keep you focused, and that's how I get you to get your shit right and tight. Okay? So it does include that as well. So you can go ahead and click the link in my bio. All links are in the bio. Also, if you want tech support coaching, I also offer tech support coaching as well, where you have me in your pocket and I leave voice notes to help you out. Also in the bio. We have WhatsApp. We have a free WhatsApp community. Join that. It's fucking fire. And you'll get inspired because you'll see all these people freaking getting their SPs like it's going out of style. Okay. And getting a lot of movement. A lot of them are getting a lot of movement with their SPs. Okay. So go ahead, join that. It is entirely free. It is going to be moving to paid and might be going to Patreon, but don't even trip. Because I'm not going to worry about it. And neither are you. Okay. So let me check that out, Lisa. You can send me a text. But yeah, and I go check you in the WhatsApp community too. Okay. But if you're in there before it moves to paid, you will be, if it's in there before you move to paid, you don't have to pay a penny. I'm not going to charge everybody in that group. That's fucking stupid. But the group is growing rapidly, which I love. So it's good to support each other. Okay. And I go in there and I coach you guys along the way because I'm good at this shit. In fact, you should honestly only be working with somebody who has manifested their SP back. Like that's, to me, is common sense because they know what they're doing, right? Because it's not the same for anything else. Okay. So, there's a different bit of a principle. So somebody who successfully manifested their SP back, that's who you should be working with. Okay. And if it's not me, just make sure that it's somebody who actually has done it. Okay. Also, Oh, God. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So if you need anything at all, if you ever miss a live, don't even trip, buttercup. I post them all on the YouTube channel so you can watch the replay. And as I always say, go ahead, watch the replay. Some of them are long as fuck. Just let it play, mute the volume, so you know, you can help me get my watch hours up. Always appreciate the support. All right, my loves, that's what I got for you today. God, it feels weird shutting it off at 1, but I guess I do that Monday through Friday, right? So go ahead and follow me if you're interested in the content that I put out. It is all mainly SPs. My DMs are also open to you, okay? So if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a DM if you can. And yeah, let's go get your fucking SP. Do you understand? See you tomorrow, James. I love hanging out with you, James. You're one of my favorite people on these lives. Okay? So let's go get your shit. Okay? I love you guys. Stay focused. Bye.